Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Welcome. It's Agree to Disagree, only on A2D Radio. We're live from the BMW of Atlantic City Studios. BMW of Atlantic City, Rough 17 in the Parkway. Find them online, BMW of AtlanticCity.com. Every Sunday, we're brought to you by our certified public accountant. Make him yours, Gibson Mayer LLC. Find them on the web, GibsonMayer.com. Tom Arnone, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Robbie Pove on the ones and twos. A lot to talk about tonight. Obviously, NBA Finals Game 2 is underway. We'll be giving live reaction to that throughout the show. We're going to dive into a little Bryan Colangelo. When will he be fired? He should have been fired the day it all surfaced, or at least 24 hours after it surfaced. I don't know what's left to really find out, even if wife, not wife, whatever. We'll get into Colangelo later on. Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Two different summers underway right now for the two of them. Let's talk about it later on. One staying at home. One's a folk hero, right? The other spending a lot of time in hotel rooms. We'll talk about Ben and Joel as we move on throughout the show. Phillies' offensive struggles continue.
LeBron's got the Terminator eye going, by the way, and he just pulled some ridiculous double spin move.
Bright spots I penciled in for the Phils earlier on was the Nola Arrieta. Arrieta's still a bright spot. Not a good outing today. I believe in the sixth.
It went well till
he was cruising, but
yeah, a couple little duck snorts and a shitty blast down the line.
But you need the shutdown. But listen, when you're
score
scoring no runs,
runs,
it doesn't matter. It puts pressure. You got to take some pressure off of your arms. We didn't get that done at all throughout the Giants series. But it ties in right into our poll question. Manny Machado. Would you trade for Machado before the All-Star break, knowing that he'll test free agency after the season? Real simple. Yes, no, let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. ATD Radio is where you can find us. Chime in, questions, concerns, everything. Make sure you subscribe if you're over on the YouTube side. If you're over on the Facebook side for the first time, follow button. You know how it goes. They're all the same. They're all the same button. It's a real quick. Okay? Click. Real
Hop
quick.
on board. Hop on board.
Say that 10 times fast. Say that 10 times fast, Sweepsy.
Real quick click.
Welcome
It's a
back.
real quick click.
Real quick.
Real quick click.
Tommy, welcome home, and the champ. Before he left, the champ is here.
Listen, I left the champ, and I returned a champ. Look at that, all in a couple weeks span. And the plane landed. I mean, champ. Winning all the way through. Winning all the way through.
And the plane landed.
Full circle, baby.
That's great. See, normally when I'm on plane flights, I've drank so much in the morning that I'm like, fucking take it down. I don't really care.
Take it down.
Hit something hard.
And fast. All right. So, do you do it knowing that he's going to test free agency? Do you have that much confidence, Mr. Wilson, that he's going to say yes to the Phillies then? If he still wants to test free agency? Do you give up as much as you're going to have to give up? Regardless, you're going to have to give up enough to get him now or whenever, even if he wasn't a free agent. Okay? So knowing that he's going to test it and somebody else out there, maybe, if you're the Philadelphia Phillies and you're a top 5 market, nobody should, but other people out there could outbid you for him. Do you do it?
Well, I'm going to be real simple.
Knowing that you give up prospects too.
Listen, I don't want to hear anybody comment and say sign and trade. He's not going to sign and trade. Okay? They've already said it. He wants a test free agency. So this is strictly we trade for him knowing that he could possibly be a rental player if we can't get the deal done, in the offseason. Now, I still do it because I feel like our pitching is good enough that we just don't fucking hit. Yeah. And that's the one. We need a big bat. And if you slot him into the middle of our lineup right now, our lineup looks way better than it does currently.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's pretty much like you said. It's pretty much a gamble, really. And you just hope that your starting pitching continues to do what they're doing, and then this guy breathes life into the lineup, and you show some competitiveness, and you win that wild card, and you show him that this is a culture that he wants to be a part of.
Absolutely.
All roads probably point to the Yankees.
The Yankees, yeah.
We hate them. We know that. All right. They got the money. They're going to be good for a long time. He gets a chance to play with Torres. So, that you got all that going against you. But if you want to take a shot winning now, you take a shot now. You're in the season. If this starting pitching is going to hold up, it's June now. The calendar just turned, and I'm not putting it on Arrieta. That was one bad, like you said, a freakish inning. He was on lights out in May, all right? And the starters have been awesome. But you're not going to beat anybody if you can't hit.
I completely agree with you.
We scored one run the entire series. It was on an Arrieta home run.
22 scoreless innings. He snapped it with a homer.
Now, Mike Parker ties right into my thing is, well, why can't we back the brink trucks up for him afterwards? And
we definitely can.
Being a top 5 market, I know the Yankees are always going to scare us with money, but we don't have a payroll.
The problem is
we don't have an aggressive payroll like they do already.
Spidey, here's the thing: it is about money. It is about money, but it's when it's not that far off. And when I'm talking about millions to these guys don't mean that much. It's about winning. He's been with Baltimore. They've had a couple decent years. He's gonna be tired of it. At some point, you want to compete, for championships.
No. I mean, he means like after we sign and trade for him. Not sign and trade, but after we trade for him
next season. I got you.
Why can't we? After he's been
I totally agree. But
Phils would come to the table with a giant offer, but
I totally agree. The thing is, though, everyone is expecting him to accept the deal from the Yankees.
Yeah.
Apparently, he wants to play for the Yankees.
Yeah.
But
and
no,
you're right.
I'm not saying
$5 million, $10 million isn't going to change
and
him
we
playing with a buddy.
We have
what I mean?
Clentak who knows him. We have guys that know him, that were in the Orioles organization when he came in. So that has to help us a little bit, you would think, right? So, I mean, it's not off the table that, hey, if he comes here, he hits the ball well in our ballpark, fans fall in love with him. Who knows that he doesn't sign back with us?
Real quick,
Yeah.
This segment, Philly Talk, brought to you by Park Trash, Scrappy. All right, the best in the business out there. They're going to dominate you every Sunday. They're going to drink a keg or two before the game even starts and still beat you by 20.
Scrappy's
right?
overrated.
I mean, that's real talk.
He's overrated.
Besides yesterday, things happen. But I told you, Scrap, today was the day of the scrap metal. Yesterday was the day of you going back to your truck, and we handled all things. And look how it all worked out. I'm a prophet. You know what I mean? I smell things coming.
I don't think there's a doubt that the Phillies are going to would open up their check for him. Knowing that this isn't once. Even though he's got a little bit of, he's not a rookie. This is a generational guy. The guy's fantastic. He's an absolute filthy stud. At both positions. So if he feels like he, in 5 years he lost a step or something, he'll just move right over and, continue to do his thing at third. You know what I mean?
They're going to
his range is down or anything.
You figure to get him, they're going to want the guy with the extra toe. They're going to want 6-toe. Yeah. And maybe you can not give him 6-toe, but it's going to have to be a lot of other shit involved. Listen, I'm more than happy. I'll trade for him. I do. I really do. If you can get it done, bring the bat in, okay? And worry about if he's going to be on the team later, because we can get the playoffs this year, and guess what? You got to go for it. Remember when the Nationals set Strasburg a couple years back? They're like, oh, we're up and coming. We're going to be there every year. Have they? Yeah. They ain't won shit, have they? Since they were the best team in baseball that year. They sat Strasburg. Good, smart decision, Washington. Worked out well for you. I think you got a chance. You got to go for it. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen.
Every year changes.
You got to go for it. What if he tears his ACL? Then he's had an injury before. Then they're like, I don't know. I don't know if you want to bring him in. So, I say go for it. And I'll even give them more than they want just to make them take Franco. I'll be like, listen, we're going to give you an extra fucking minor leaguer, but you got to include Maikel Franco in the deal. Just get him out. Put Kingery at third. Put Machado at short. Let's go. Let's play ball.
Chrome, happy Sunday, fellas.
Cromer.
What up, Chrome?
Chromey.
Tom.
Robert
Tom took your
Lewandowski.
Alexa Bliss picture. I don't know what he did with it.
Robert Lewandowski, no way. He's hitting the market to see how much he can get. So unless you can't get him to commit to a mega contract, you're giving up prospects for just a few months.
That's fine. I take proven talent over prospects fucking 12 days a week. Seriously, these prospects might be shit. I would say 7 to 10 prospects are shit.
And especially in a wide open NL.
Yeah, wide open.
Are you going to eat? Are you going to beat the Astros? Who the hell knows? But in a wide open NL. Look around. You see the division. The Nats are starting to figure it, and they're starting to get there. They're starting to get healthy, and guys are coming back. So we expect them to baseball people expect them to, rise to where they belong. You know what I mean? And the Braves are probably a year away, but still playing well.
Yeah, I expect them to falter down the
But
stretch.
the Cubs don't scare me. They're playing better now, but they don't do nothing for me. Now the Dodgers are an interesting take because now guys are coming back and they're starting to play well.
Same thing with San Fran, actually.
They didn't dig a big enough hole where you thought you could bury them early. They were atrocious a month ago.
Well, the problem with them is that Arizona fell off a fucking cliff.
Yeah.
Arizona looked like they were about to bury the entire NL West.
Pollock got hurt again.
And they fell off a cliff, yeah. It was Pollock and Raleigh Ray both went down like 4-day span. Yeah. And they were, see ya.
Chrome says also, I don't trade for Machado to give up the assets it would take to get a guy that could potentially be a rental when you can just sign him in the offseason is insane to me. And
that's fine.
It's
not insane to me.
He said
a lot of our
Machado doesn't get him over the hump to win a title this year, so absolutely not.
I don't know. How do you know that though? We have a good if Sir Anthony if the knighted guy that's in the bullpen now continues to throw the way he's been throwing.
Royalty.
I mean, granted, Neris looks like he's fucking falling off a cliff, but if Sir Anthony continues to throw, and you add another piece, maybe the guy I've been talking about all along, bring a guy back that comes from the South.
Mr.
Hamels, bring him back in. All of a sudden, we look pretty damn good. And like we said, who scares you in the NL? It's baseball, man. Anybody can win anytime. Yeah. Ask Florida State. Ask Coastal Carolina. Where are they at? Home?
Oh, we know baseball. Yeah, that's what baseball is. You listen, like you said, bring some life to an offense that's struggling right now. You get Hoskins back, and you hope that's enough. You hopefully bringing him in gets maybe Santana going a little bit, and gets these guys getting going in this offense that aren't going. It's dreary right now. This offense, it's dreadful.
It's terrible.
That's not okay anywhere. No. And you got pros in this lineup that.
Well, when you don't put the ball in play, it's very hard. It's not.
The barrel accuracy.
The only guy hitting over 300 in the last 2 weeks is our catcher, Jorge Alfaro. Everyone else has been under 300 for the last 2 weeks. It's really bad. It's like, we don't know. No one's hitting.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are way under 300. First off, just for the year.
220.
For the year, the most of our team is way under 300.
Yeah, it's not good.
No.
Odubel's at like 307, and then the next closest is Alfaro, 271 or something like that, 268, something like that. And everyone else is below, way below.
There's a handful.
Altair's 190.
There's a handful of 220s.
You got Kingery around 220. Yeah. You got Santana around 200. Yeah. You got Williams around 230, I think. They're all down there. They're all down there.
Tower Coughlin says, I go for it. We have a good farm system, and then we can lose a few guys. And I agree with that. Yeah. I'm getting to the point with our offense not hitting the way we were. Like if you would ask me a week ago, I'd say, ride it out. Ride it out. You're playing good baseball. Ride it out. But then you see some of the holes, right? You see some of the major holes that this offense still has, okay? Yeah. With some young hitters that aren't there yet, right? And you could use a vet that just is going to come in and get it done. You just know it. Well, and you hope that it trickles down. And I'm not a big protection guy per se, but a guy like him brings protection. I don't know, whatever word you want to use. He brings a lot to the table.
The question is, does somebody fire the cannon earlier? Because if you can wait 2 months, if you wait 2 months to the deadline, then you know where your team is most likely. You know what I mean? Like, because the Phillies starting pitching could go south, right? They could be, and then there would be no need for it, because then he's like, hey, I'm just going to sign with the Yankees, whatever. It didn't do any good. But in 2 months, if everybody stands packed until right around the trade deadline, then you're like, hey, it might only be a 2-month rental, but guess what? We got a shot now. You know what I mean?
Well, guess what?
As
that's
opposed
why
to June 2nd, like I don't know right now.
But you know what? I don't
know.
To me, I would.
I'm trying to do it as fast as possible.
Yeah, to me, the sooner the
I'm trying
better.
to do it June 15th.
Yeah, sure,
the sooner the better to me. The sooner the better to me. If you wait to the trade deadline, that's fine too. I'm not going to be mad about it. But I wasn't one way or the other on it. And the more we sat and talked about it, the more I think about it. And in this series, in the Dodgers series, you have to do it. You have to do it.
And guess
because
what?
you showed you're good and you're good. You showed you're good, but you're not good enough offensively. No. So if you can bring a guy like this in and the staff stays, and then you say, oh, you know what? By the trade deadline, we're still playing now we're playing really good baseball. Then you go out and you make a move for a Hamels or another lefty. Because let's be real, this rotation needs a left-hander. I don't care what you say. You got to have one. You can't. To me, because it's every series it's righty righties. I would like to have what?
We haven't had one in 3 years.
I know.
We haven't had a lefty starter. There was one that started 3 years ago, but we haven't had one in over 2 years start a game. It's atrocious. I don't even understand how it's possible. You have to have a lefty starter. I'm right with you. Yep. So right with you. And
at least one. I mean, I'm not saying you got to be like loaded up with
and
them.
Then
You need one.
My rebuttal to Chrome's comment is the reason that I do the trade is because guess what? I'm banking that we're going to sign either Harper, Machado, Arenado. One of those, we have so much money, we should be able to get one of them guys to come here in the offseason, right? So if you can trade for Machado now, we're just jump-starting that then.
Absolutely.
Because then, guess what? We still have all these guys in the minors. Two of our top, 5 in the minors are outfielders. Where are they going to play? Say we sign Harper. They're never going to play. Fucking trade them.
Listen.
Move them.
We're a top 5 market. It doesn't matter. We got a ton of money. And we got young kids already up here. So, I mean, what do you need more? What do we guys worry about? We're always worried about the farm. You can rebuild it if you trust your scouting department and you got another top pick this year. You can rebuild that real quick. We've seen it happen. We've seen Ruben do it overnight, essentially. Yeah. All right? So if you're paying attention and you have good scouts and a good department handling that and you trust your guys, you pull the trigger. You pull the trigger to be able to contend. To be able to contend in the NL. Because it makes you, as of right now, a contender in the National League. As of right now.
Oh, yeah.
And to your point, if you did it, like you and Willie saying, hey, you do it as sooner as possible. If you do it now and then you still shit the bed, then you can flip them. Then you can turn around and flip them anyway.
At the deadline. You can say, you know what? And get something back better.
Yeah, right?
Look at
Come on, full circle.
See that?
Chrome, look at us, Chrome.
Curry just went around LeBron. LeBron reached past him and just grabbed the ball from him.
You'll love this. James Wilder said, no, let's cut the shit. This was early on.
Molson.
And talk about Herrera. Ha ha. Let me get to a lot of the comments real quick, okay? Because we got a ton chiming in.
Yeah, chime
in,
fam.
James Nice, I hope I got his last name right. He says, as an O's fan, I hope they blow the whole thing up. Fire Buck, get rid of Jones, Machado, and totally clean house, start over, dumpster.
Well, they're about to do that.
That's about to happen. Bob Maloney says depends on what we have to trade.
A lot.
Cut Chris Davis. That's your first move.
It's not going to be as much as you may think if he was signed to a long-term deal, knowing that he's probably only a rental. You're not going to have to give him as much as maybe you would expect, but they're going to want 6 though. That's for sure. They're going to want probably 3 of our top 5, 6 prospects. They're going to want. Now I'm going to try to throw Crawford at him because if you bring a Machado in, there ain't no reason for J.P. Crawford to be here anymore, and I just don't think he's going to be very good, and he still has a pretty high designation around the league. So I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to keep Sixto if I can. I'm trying to get Crawford. I'm trying to give Hazley. I'm trying to give, you're trying to give an arm of some sort.
Well, you're not going to have to give Hazley and Moniak.
No,
you're not going to have to give up.
Two.
So I don't understand everybody's concern. You don't have to give up Hazley and Moniak. You're going to have to give up one of them in the deal. So you still keep one of your guys there, okay? Maybe a Randolph goes. I don't know. Cornelius Randolph goes, throughout the system. Maybe, okay, 6 there's going to have to go. I think you have to give up 4 players. I don't think you have to maybe 5 and 4 or 5 aren't your topper of your echelon guys.
Short. So if Machado does leave and you threw Crawford in that deal, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, Kingery can still play short, and he's been playing it well.
Yeah.
And guess what? Also, like we were saying, I expect to sign someone in the offseason, but I'll even throw in a little extra and tell them that we want the closer that's about to come back too, because they're about to sell everything. Baltimore. So you say maybe, hey, we want Machado and we want Britton. Give them both to us, because Britton's he is a now Sir Anthony could be this guy, but Britton is a guaranteed good closer when healthy in this league.
Real quick, being that you brought up Arizona, are they in on Machado at all to try to replace some of that offense that they lost?
Yeah,
with
they
JD?
could be, but the thing is though, I don't know what they have like young wise. I'm sure they have some talent.
Yeah, I'm looking that up now because I got the idea from this MLB.com article, which we just know is kind of equal bullshit that you read on ESPN. You take it with a grain of salt, but they did make a point that there's some prospects to give. I'll look that up.
The problem with them is, though, I think they gave a lot of their top last year to get J.D. Martinez, and then he bolted as a rental guy. So do you do it again? Because, I'm almost guaranteeing that Machado is not going to re-sign with Arizona. So if you're gonna then you figure 2 back-to-back years of getting rental guys, shit, you better go to the series or better go something because you're probably giving away your whole system, So I don't know. But I'm so ready for us
for them last year. And like you said, 2 years is tough, but good. That's a perfect example of what we're talking about the Phillies. Great job by them last year. They took a shot. They saw they were winning. That was their only shot to compete with the Dodgers. And they went for it.
Yeah, I got no problem with that. And JD Martinez came in and was fucking gangbusters over there.
Gracious.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And he's continued being that way, but I just think, I don't know. I do it strictly because I'm ready to start winning. And like I said, I think we're going to sign one of these big guys anyway, so whatever. Let's start the clock now. Let's start going. Let's go for it. And Bryan Colangelo, by the way, before we even bring that up, the fact he's still employed by the Sixers is a disgrace.
Oh, it's a crock of shit. Michael Barry, hello, guys. Go Eagles. 14-2. I'm right there. We're right there.
I'm not going to start.
I'm not
going to give predictions yet.
Listen, 11. I mean, we're not talking much Eagles, but isn't 11 just ridiculous? I mean, he's already playing. How are you playing already? Like, how are you? I don't know. Yeah, he's just special. The fact that he's even moving around.
But it's also
throwing.
It's a perfect time to have an ACL injury. I feel like
when you're young,
because he's young.
When you're a baby.
He's young,
You're a
and
puppy.
it's 2018, and ACL surgeries are they happen now. They happen. It's a much quicker, much better than like say 10, 15 years ago. Shit, we would have been devastated. I might have killed myself that day.
Mike and Dan McGuck can both say same thing. They a sign and trade is what they would want it to be.
But that's not going to be that though. So answer the question with knowing it's not going to be a sign and trade because he's not going to sign and trade. It's not going to happen.
Rob Potts, Nicky Fungos,
Robbie.
and Frank saying depends on what they offer for Machado. So it's
going to be a lot.
And Sean Spielman in Vegas future odds came out a little bit ago. The jerk off Warriors 5-4, Rockets 7-2, and the Sixers are third 7-2. And then in Caps, Bronze coming to Philly, and then you go Celtics 8-1.
I found that article. Basically, they've already had conversations during last offseason, so there's already a rapport there. That's why they're theorized as one of the teams that are in, but they weren't willing to deal them in the offseason. Now, being they're having a subpar year, they are, obviously. Their big chip that they can give is their number one prospect, a right-handed pitcher, John Duplantier. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. So he'll definitely, but that alone won't get it done. So it'll have to be some other active MLB pieces, maybe another farm kid.
There's no way their farm system is as good as ours.
Yeah, that's where you have a leg up
with the amount to give up that we can give up.
Plus, I feel like we could possibly still retain him. Like, there's a chance if we get him. He comes, plays great. We go to the playoffs. Everyone falls in love with him. We could definitely resign him in the offseason.
It's 100.
I'm not saying that's not that there's no chance of it. It definitely can happen. Now, Arizona, I don't think there's any chance he resigns with Arizona.
It's 130 degrees.
If you're a rental player to get to the series, that's all it is, because that division's wide open.
Yeah,
it would be. He would not stay in Arizona. There's no chance.
But it would be. But they knew that with JD Martinez last year, and they still pulled the trigger. So, do they try again this year? Who knows? I still don't think they have enough to give him. But you never know.
Yeah, you don't know. I mean, they might. They might like.
I just think I'm in favor
of
trying it. I try to go after him. Now, if they want something ridiculous, then maybe I'm like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, if they're looking for 8 guys.
Yeah, they're looking for like 6 guys. Go fuck yourself.
Hang the phone.
We talked about it. It's four, and maybe 5, and then 4 or 5 are just guys. You know what I mean? It's going to be 3. It's going to be 3 guys like that are real good prospects, and that's fair.
I'll give them 4 good prospects if they take Franco
as your fifth. And I think they might.
They might do it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing to lose with that guy. I mean, at least they get an MLB bat in the lineup and not a minor leaguer. You know what I mean?
And they think. I mean, he's still young. Maybe change the scenery.
Yeah, they can think that. I hope that's what they're thinking.
Yeah, I would love them to think that. I'd love to make a call to him. Like, hey, change the scenery. This guy really needs to change the scenery. Loves pit beef. Send him to Baltimore.
Mike Parker, everyone outside of Philly and ATD that I talk LeBron to Philly with, these guys in Carolina are looking and talking to me like I'm an idiot, like we were the 8th on the list of odds. In North Carolina, they're telling me no chance. They're idiots.
Well, you live in Carolina. That's your biggest problem.
Yeah, come on home, Spidey.
Come on home.
Come on home, Spidey.
Come on. I'm coming home. Coming home. No, but seriously, first off, they just brought out the thing of like odds, and Philly's like number 1 with Cleveland, and I think third was Houston and then the Lakers. So, I mean, I think we're right there at the top. For sure. Like you said, just look at it logically. He probably doesn't want to go to the West. Now, does he stay in Cleveland? Maybe, but Cleveland's a fucking shit mess. Everyone sees
We
this.
thank J.R.
They
Smith for that.
stink.
You know,
They stink. Cleveland stinks. So, I mean, granted, they're in the finals because they have him, but the rest of the team stinks. Now, do you say, okay, if he's not going to go west, except for maybe Houston, I could see, he's not going to go to the Lakers.
No.
He's not going to go to the Warriors. Like I heard people say, how am I going to go to the Warriors? Shut the fuck up. Okay? I think Philly's a logical answer. Where else is he going? He's not going to Boston. All right, people are talking about going to Boston. Get a clue. He's going to go join Kyrie?
Yeah.
Come on,
Really,
people.
it's just not that many.
It's Philly or
really-
it's Philly or Cleveland or
Yeah.
Houston, in
I
my
was gonna
opinion.
say there's really not that many spots, really,
3.
as much as you think. And I really don't think it's going to be the West because I think he's, it doesn't want to tarnish his legacy, as bad as it was. I mean, the first time he left with the decision, we get all that, But to go over there would be the total Durant move, and nobody wants to be Durant. We know he's delicious and he's great, and he won the finals for them last year, right? But that's a sell. That's a pussy move what Durant did. I don't care what.
Oh, it's
anybody
100%
says.
pussy
It's a pussy move.
Absolute.
So,
Absolute gutless move.
Team that beat you, and then you're gonna go there and
You're up
fucking-
3-2?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's the thing. If we beat LeBron, it may be a different story. But the fact that we didn't see him, we were out before the finals, and he ended up going to the East anyway. For him to stay in the East, what shots can you take at him? You know what I mean? For staying in the East and going somewhere else, especially a young team. When he went to Miami, like Sweeps was saying, the decision, everything that went on in the decision was ridiculous. But the fact that you're going with 2 stars in the league already, and I think that that got people too. Like, oh, you couldn't do it in Cleveland, you got to go somewhere else to win it. Well, here he got to the finals of Cleveland, and he's going to lose to a team that nobody would beat.
Yeah.
All right, that's factual. So coming to Philly with a young team, it makes sense, and it goes with the image I think he's trying to leave here and being like a mentor as he leaves the game.
And the only other East team that I can think of is the Knicks, and I know they're a dumpster fire. I'm saying it would have to be one more star would have to come there because it's him and Zinger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If he could like tell Chris Paul, hey, we're both going to New York.
Yeah.
Type
Yep,
deal.
Yep.
And
Major
like
market,
and like
the
and like
Mecca,
and
the
like
Mecca.
and like no like oh, and by the way, we've already checked with the doctors. Pours is going to be all right.
Yeah.
Like they know Pours is going to be okay,
Yeah.
and then I could see it. But that ain't happening.
No,
and
no.
fuck the Knicks. We don't want that.
Nah, that's not
Fucking
happening.
fuck New York, dude. No chance do we want that happening. That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Big middle finger.
Listen, playing with Ben makes a lot of sense. Okay, and listen, what hurts it, and it ties into Colangelo. We'll bounce back and forth with Colangelo, Phils, and LeBron, and all that. We'll bounce all around with it, but it ties right into Colangelo. Like I truly believe if Bryan Colangelo is the general manager of this basketball team, nobody's coming here, and you're gonna have players. But how can your players respect that guy? I mean, listen, Jahlil Okafor's got a gigantic fucking lawsuit. All right, if he wants to, if this comes from the Colangelo household, all right. If this really comes from the Colangelo household or Brian, if it comes from Brian, then that's big-time collusion, okay? That's not wanting the guy to succeed. Like, if it came from Colangelo's account, he's got a lawsuit on his hands.
Slander as well, no?
Big time lawsuit.
People slander all the time on Twitter.
Not the guy who's running the basketball organization.
It was his wife. But
I'm saying if it's Colangelo.
She heard everything from him.
Yeah.
If it's Colangelo, if it's his
I
wife.
believe it's probably his wife, but she heard everything from him.
I believe it's him. I
don't think he's that much of a. Is he that much of a fucking weirdo?
I think he is. He's a rat-faced guy. I didn't trust him day one.
His wife looks like Nick Foles. I don't put anything by her.
Yeah, true.
They look like twins. Yeah, they're fucking twins, buddy. It's scary. But I agree. I mean, before this whole period starts, this free agent period, he's got to be gone.
How is he still there? How the fuck could someone explain to us? The only thing that makes sense to me is they're looking for concrete evidence to prove that it was in the house so they can be like, well, here it is. You can't give a lawsuit against us. You're fired. We're taking all your fucking money. You get nothing. That's the only thing that makes sense to me is they're waiting for that. But it came out Wednesday, right? I would have told him that night. I would have told him maybe Tuesday night, whatever it was.
That thing you sent, like LeBron's making jokes about it
Yeah.
already. Come on.
I would have told him that.
Everybody
I would have
knows.
said that day to him. I would have said, listen.
Pack your shit.
Listen, even if this isn't true,
Yeah.
it's already to a point
Yeah.
of a firestorm already that we got to put it out.
Yeah.
So you got until Friday morning to resign.
You know why?
Or you're fired.
You know why?
And it's that simple.
You know why? Because Adam Silver got involved.
Daddy's
Adam
called
Silver
some
got
people.
involved.
Daddy called some people.
Yep, Adam Silver got involved, and they're going to wait and let the whole process play out. Well, guess what? That process better be figured the fuck out before.
Listen,
you
give
know,
me a
before-
knife and I'll go stab
soon.
both Colangelos.
Soon.
Okay?
I won't even say before anything. Obviously before the start of free agency, but it needs to be figured out now. Yesterday. Day before
We
that.
got to have somebody getting ready for the draft.
Yeah.
What are we doing? I don't understand what we're doing. How is he not going yet? He needs to be fired already. It needed to happen 3 days ago. Now we look incompetent. It doesn't look good for us.
Yeah.
I don't like it one bit.
Listen, players, burner accounts, they take some heat, but you cannot be a general manager and run an NBA franchise like that and deal with players, and players need to respect you and trust you in a way. And all you did was shit on some of your guys. Are you crazy? And now you're franchise guy. Your franchise guy's got tweets about him. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't care if it's your wife or nothing. Listen, I'm not in for divorce her. See you, honey. I mean, he should divorce her then if it was her.
See you, Foles.
You know what I'm saying?
When you lose the locker room per se, it's
done.
There's no turning back. You know,
No, it's already done.
It's not like it was.
It's already done. How is he not fired?
It wasn't like it was an affair or he was, got caught wearing a skirt and panties and shit. Like you're taking shot at your players, man. This is fucking real shit, man.
It's not okay. Yeah.
Yes,
You're not even
allowed to say that part anymore. Since this is 2018, you just assumed his gender, and that's not allowed. So you got to watch yourself.
James Wilder, agree Wilson, fired.
Wilson!
Your boss isn't slandering you. Yep. When your boss slandering you, that's a whole other situation.
I deal with that on the daily. I'm right with you.
Mike Parker says cash under the table from Silver, and he goes, #Silver Platter Talk. Kerm says, I have a weird feeling that the league is still holding this organization by the throat and insisting they try to find a reason not to fire this guy. The league looks bad if he's found guilty because those assholes intervened when they had no business. Chrome, listen, brother, I couldn't have said it better myself. It's spot on. We all know what happened. We all remember it. Hinkie was ran out. They tried to put it on Hinkie. It was too much for him to handle. He couldn't deal with any more of the pressures. Pressures of what? There's no pressure when you win 15 fucking games. Okay? There's no pressure. All right, pressure's now. Pressure's in the NBA Finals. Don't give me that shit. We knew he was ran out of town because everybody in the NBA didn't want the tank to happen, but now everybody's doing it. Now everybody can do it. But then, it was frowned upon. All right. And then, Bryan, Daddy Colangelo, obviously, and the pedigree there. And
Jerry.
Jerry. No, I was saying Bryan, Daddy, Daddy Ball, and Daddy got him, his job in Phoenix, and
Daddy said kiss the ring,
and then got him his job back here, and the guy's never
got him in the lineup.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even want the guy making my draft picks anymore. Honestly, I don't even want him to be. I didn't want him to be the guy anyway, and this just adds on to not wanting to be the guy. And like you said, Wells, if it comes from your household, it's your wife. She's heard you say stuff. You know what I mean? She's heard you. So.
Yeah, where else are you getting it?
Yeah.
Either way, then you're giving away information. I don't care. And if she's done with to put the shit on the internet, you need to be fired. It just has to happen. I don't care. It's got to happen. And David Rosca says Cleveland will lose game 2. They're a 12-point dog, David. Thanks for telling us everything we already knew.
They had their one to steal in Golden State, and they didn't take advantage of it.
TTP Ball, what up?
What up, TTP?
What do you think about Colangelo? Let us know.
So, listen, I want to shift real quick to Kendall, Ben, Joel.
Who cares?
Just let me say something. The difference of the two, it's 2 different summers.
Guy wants to talk.
Okay, 2 different summers. One guy's staying at home in Philly. He's becoming a folk here, and the other guy hasn't left the hotel room. So it's a difference of 2, and good for him. I'm not mad at him.
You don't know that, though.
Well, I seen him. They went up with bags.
But I don't like.
Would you leave the hotel room yet? Would you have left the hotel room yet? Hey, you're in there with Kendall?
I'm sure he's working out in the morning.
Okay, but would you have left the hotel room
yet
if you're with Kendall?
Too.
Let him have
the other
fun.
guy's killing 6.
I'm asking you a question.
I'm
not saying one's right or wrong.
I'm gonna shift on you when Joel hurts his knee, fucking dunking on fucking Joe Schmo. Are you gonna be upset then? Because I am. So get the fuck off the court with those fucking retards. What if one of them gets upset that you're dunking? What if one of them gets upset that you're dunking on him and like takes him out?
Stop it! You better know better in this city.
I'm tell you right now. I go out and start shooting at the court and JoJo shows up. I ain't letting him dunk on me like that. You best believe that. What?
Bigger than you. It's bigger than you. You don't get cute.
First off, you think I'm not buying him up? You're crazy.
You're a fucking idiot.
I'm not just going to let him.
Idiot.
I'm not going to let him drive in and dunk on me.
You absolutely
I'm buying him the fuck up.
You absolutely let him drive in and dunk on you.
Absolutely not.
Now you're going to hurt him.
If he wants to go if he wants to come inside, he's getting hit.
Oh, my God. You're soft. You ain't hurt
Iceman.
nobody. Oh, my God. He'll go right over top of you.
I know he will, but guess what? I'm
All
going up and I'm hitting him as hard as I can. Him as hard as I can.
Are you going low?
No, I'm not going to go low. I'm
Okay,
not an
I'm
asshole.
just confirming. You already made.
I mean,
you're definitely an
I'm
asshole.
gonna be a lot
but
lower.
You can say you're not. You know what I mean? You can say you're not for the sake of argument, but you are. But you're going to take
Listen,
Joe. He's looking to
so
take Joe out of the
So
court.
you want me to be on Instagram getting dunked on in the face like all these other idiots are? No chance. No chance. He's getting fouled hard. I'll let you know right now.
He would wait for him to turn his back.
I'll give him a little pat. I'll give him a little pat on the butt as he goes through.
Fuck out of here, JoJo. Bring that shit to me.
First off,
I'll get ran out of the city.
I think that he's not going to be expecting that I'm going to go hard. I'm going to steal the ball from him and then hit the jumper. Next thing you know, I'm famous. You never know.
Will you pick his pocket?
I pick it from him and then I hit the J. And I walk out like this, like I did against you. Get off my fucking court, Joe. And the next thing you know, he spears me from behind. I get a lawsuit. It's a great thing. Everything works well.
So Crump says the greatest fall of mankind is always begins with a Kardashian. William Gore says Ben Simmons. High five, very nice. LOL.
Listen,
High five.
If you're gonna go for any of them, I'd probably go for Kendall.
Oh, absolutely.
She's like 6'1". She's a model. We'll get
it's just funny the difference of two guys.
The other ones have
and
been
how
just
and
lapping
how they
cock
go
for years.
and
So
how
it
they
seems
go
like
about.
I haven't seen much of her. You know,
Which
I
one?
feel like all the other sisters have just been hopping on different cocks for years. haven't seen much about Kendall hopping on different cocks. So maybe she's cleaner of them. You know, I don't know.
She's also the youngest, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
So you would hope that.
No, she's not. Kylie's younger. She's been hopping
yeah.
on dicks for years.
Cock jockeys.
Cockgate.
That's just fact. I'm sorry. Call a spade. You know.
Oh, jeez.
Mike Parker said, but he's driving all over you, Willie.
Huh?
In terms of Joel Embiid, he's driving all over you.
I'm well aware he is. He's getting fat. He's getting hacked too.
Now you're hack-a-shacking.
I think I'm gonna let him throw a ball off my face and then dunk on me like he did that retard in fucking Philly in Central Park. No chance that's happening.
Team guy.
I am a team guy. I'm also out there not to get embarrassed on the court. I don't care. He wants to come out and play ball. We're gonna play ball. I'm gonna game hard.
Like I said, I have.
This isn't a JoJo tour, buddy. I mean, you stop.
Yeah, it's not JoJo World Tour.
It is absolutely it is. That's what he's making it out to be. And if Joe wants to make it out to be a Philly World Tour,
he stopped in the neighborhood, buddy.
I just love that. I just love that he's doing it. I think it's refreshing. Honestly, it's refreshing to see a guy out having fun a little bit.
It
you know,
is.
the one time he's jogging by and just grabs the ball from outside the gate,
absolutely.
and he hits a three and leaves.
Is it more of our kind of guy, that kind of guy, or a guy that's maybe wearing a mink, a fur,
in bed with Kendall? With Uggs.
Got the Lambo top down. He's got the nice $1 million shades.
Yep.
Probably has a purse. He's friends with LeBron.
Yeah, he's
right? So our kind of guy is Joe.
Yeah,
we know that. So that's our guy.
Yeah, it's our kind of guy. It's just funny the difference of 2 summers.
Yeah.
You know, one guy's refreshing. It's a little old school taste of Joel Embiid. You know what I mean? There's some old school feel to Joel just being around the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Now travel, dude. Go do everything you want to do, but you still see him around town. Not that Ben's not, but and I had no problem with Ben seeing Kendall right now until it becomes an issue. Until I see a problem on the basketball court, I'm okay with it right now because enjoy yourself, my man. You're young, okay? You're fresh in the game. But don't let the money and the famous women and everything that comes with that affect your play and your
that's not gonna happen.
And your craft.
Everyone says that
That's
he
it.
wants
I'm
to be
not saying
great,
it will.
So.
Listen, I'm not saying it will.
And remember, semen is blood, so it makes you tired.
Yeah, it does. So don't use too much, you know what I mean, or last a lot longer.
Listen, this is the time for him to be out there just pumping away. During the season, I need you focused. Right now, pump away. Have fun.
Get it all out.
Get it out.
I told you, I think he's going to hit the 3 ball better just because of it. How can you not? You're saying that. Where was he?
Take away from recruiting LeBron, though. You know what I mean?
Does it though?
His focus.
Does it? Because LeBron might love Kendall on the sideline. I mean, how can you not? LeBron might say, you know what, we'll trade. You know, what I mean, you give me a little taste. I'll get my turn. You know what I mean? I'm coming. You know how these guys operate. You know how the NBA operates. They're savages on the road, and even at home, they don't care.
I don't think LeBron operates like that.
He absolutely does. Talk to some people from Cleveland. And I did. I did this week.
Would you shut up?
I did.
Sourcegate.
I did.
Sourcegate.
They said, "Oh, don't you believe everything you want to believe?"
That's fine.
He's always out running around on her, and it's fine. That's the NBA lifestyle. It's not fine, but
first off,
put that
everyone.
on a t-shirt.
First off,
don't believe anything you want to believe.
First off, hold on. Hold on.
Put that on a shirt.
Oh my God, what is Magic Johnson? I'll tell you anything.
I don't want to know about your fucking Man, that was in '86, dude. There's everyone has a fucking 6-year-old has a camera now. He's not going out with people. We would see it if he was.
God, you got fall guys. You got guys who
You're
take care of that.
great.
You
You
get
are
security.
crazy.
All right.
You are out of your mind. Anywhere he goes outside the house, there's a camera on him.
Maybe.
Not maybe. Yes.
Backup cars.
TMZ.
Oh
Crumbs.
my God.
You know what I mean?
Crumsies.
My God.
Lookalikes.
He fucking meets
There's so many options.
He meets
You
a
kidding
guy.
me?
There's a lot of guys that are built like LeBron.
No, but you get a lookalike.
Easy stunt
Yeah.
double.
You look alike.
He
guys
meets,
out there.
He meets a fucking guy in the DR from Cleveland,
6'8",
and
285.
now he's like, I got sources in Cleveland.
Never
Tell me
said
he's running
sources.
around.
I said
You just said.
I said guys from Cleveland
Oh,
said that he
my
runs
God.
around. Don't believe everything you hear. That's all I said to you. I'm not
Don't
saying it's
believe
right
some
or the
fucking-
gospel.
Don't believe some
Oh,
idiot from
my
Cleveland
God.
on a fucking vacation.
That's when you believe people. That's
No,
when the truth's come
no,
out.
no,
the
no.
truth's come out over alcohol, Wells.
You're
It's well
a liar.
documented.
Umbrella
it
drinks?
stands the test of time.
Umbrella drinks, that's what it does.
It stands the test of time, alcohol, and truth says them. All right, you don't need a lie detector test. Give a guy a couple shots. He'll tell you the whole life story.
Or umbrella drinks.
We're umbrellas, but they're freaking aggressive umbrella drinks.
No, they're not.
They absolutely are.
Any drink
All
with
right.
an umbrella in it is not an aggressive drink.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
In a pool, absolutely.
Absolutely not.
Cool shit.
What is in this, sir?
I could drink 1,000 of
Is
them.
this Kool-Aid?
Not saying I
And
didn't.
drive home.
Deion Brown. Well, damn. What's up, fellas? Been a while. What's up, Deion?
What up, D?
What up, Nate?
What else we got? He said, did Kendricks really finalize his signing with the Browns? I don't think yet.
Apparently, Kendrick said that Rap Sheet's a piece of shit, so I don't think he likes Ian Rappaport's reporting that he signed with the Browns.
Where was Chrome's breakdown? I didn't see Chrome's
7
breakdown.
straight by the Warriors to push it to 11. In case-
Warriors are decent.
In case
team.
anybody's driving and
Oh, my God.
needs that update.
You'll love this one, right? Chrome says this whole organization is one big reality show station. Catfish featuring Bryan Colangelo, Keeping Up with the Kardashians featuring Ben Simmons, the process versus Joe's featuring Joel Embiid. Yeah, that pretty much
Pros
sums it
versus
up.
Joes,
Yeah,
yeah.
I used to watch that.
Pros versus Joes was a good time.
Yeah.
The best one ever was when they had Herschel Walker on,
yeah.
whatever, and he just ran right through the dude. He was like, you know, I'm not going to try to make a move. I'm just going to go right through this guy.
What do we got on the YouTube? David Rouse gets, hey, boys, Vegas will even up the series. 2-1 right now. Caps, TTP, the burner accounts are the betterment of the league. Laugh my fucking ass off. And establish a team that can beat the Warriors. I think I missed the thing.
I think he's saying get LeBron and establish a team that can beat the Warriors.
Yeah, agreed.
You have to, because the Warriors, that's the main reason I think he comes here, because you look around the league, you're like, who the fuck can I go where we can beat this team? They're too good.
Yeah.
They're too good.
As you can see right now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the burner accounts are part of the league, in my opinion, because the league hired them. So, you know, it's just crazy how it all came out. And it's
Like
easy.
I said, if it was just like some other nonsense and it wasn't, his account and stuff like that, and or he wasn't the GM, then it's no big deal. It's like, yeah, that happens. But not when you're trashing your star players.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And a lot of
And you're the guy
celebrities
in
have
charge,
burner
you know what I
accounts,
mean?
but
Yeah,
it's for different shit.
Yeah,
It's not for trashing
Not when you're the
people
guy
that
in
you're in
charge.
charge of.
Yeah.
Not your puppies. You don't go
Yeah.
trashing your puppies.
I mean, if he was
They'll never
trashing,
believe you again.
if he was trashing like Rocco, I'd be like, I understand it.
We were trashing him
it
too.
It makes sense.
Can't believe I signed that check.
I'm like, I
Yeah,
can't-
whatever.
We
yeah.
agree.
If he was trashing Rocco, I'd be fine with it.
Bad check. Yeah, agreed.
If it was Rocco and Bayless the whole time he was trashing, I'd be like, I'm in complete agreement. But he wasn't.
James
No.
Wilder says, if alcohol is a true serum, then I guess I got nothing to hide. Facebook Live. Whoops.
We know it's not truth serum because James couldn't even speak that night. He was just like, hey.
And he was
hey,
honest.
Hey.
SJM86. Fam, what up? What up, SJM?
What up?
And he
What
said,
up?
we need to package Franco Neris, a bag of fresh balls,
That's
Gabe's organic
Stevie.
peanut butter, and a nap for Machado.
That's Stevie Maroon.
What up, Steve?
What up?
TTB says, I wrote up a whole conspiracy theory. Yeah, I like it. In all seriousness, he's got to go, but I'm going to try. I'm
I'm not as worried.
not as worried about it as some people. They'll finish the investigation and get him out of here within the next few days.
Yeah, I hope
and
so.
I hope you're right. Yep, hope you're right. And I think they're just doing their due diligence, like you said, Wilson. That gives them no reason for Colangelo, side to come back and sue
And
the
try to
Sixers
sue
for
him
whatever
for like a wrongful.
termination. That's what it'd be, wrong for termination.
Yeah, or something like that.
That's what it is, wrong for termination suit. something like that. Sounds right.
Sounds right.
Felt right. Felt right coming
Sounds
out.
right.
Not gonna lie to you guys.
Just for trading with the Celtics, can't we just fire him for that?
I would think so.
We could.
Yeah, not even putting it on false. I'm just saying, like he gave him a draft pick, you moron.
We were getting one of the
we
two.
were okay. We're okay at 3. I think they would have took Tatum at 1. We would have been okay.
Seemed like that's the way they were going, right?
Whatever.
Yeah, Pope.
Big Daddy.
Big day for you, huh?
Big day for me. Oh yeah, you like that fantasy day?
Oh shit! Look at that.
Yeah, baby.
That's from
Oh,
the,
yeah,
that's,
LeBron's eye
That's
is
what I
bad.
said. He's got the
There's that little
Terminator.
one,
He's got
yeah.
the Terminator eye going. The red eye. That was from getting
Yeah.
poked in the eye last game.
It started out with like a little red dot. Yeah.
It's a
Cavs
fucking
down,
monster.
Cavs
yeah.
down 11. A little under, about 420 left in the second.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to go under the game as well.
So SJM, good
After a
riddance.
60-point first.
Good riddance to the bad rubbish. Who will the Sixers hire or promote once they fire this douchebag?
Now, that's my whole thing is that's why I'm so mystified as to why it hasn't happened yet, because you got stuff coming up. You got impending free agency coming up. You have the draft coming up. You got to get somebody in here.
And you got LeBron, like a guy like David Grisson's out there. He's tight with LeBron. You know what I mean? That could put you over the top. And seal the deal. You bring a guy like that in. I don't know.
Yeah, he was talking about today. I heard him talking about Griffin today, talking just
Ron
about
missed that layup.
What boxes LeBron checks off, and he said, "Listen, if he's checking off the boxes, pretty much I think he's checking off. The Sixers are a big time front runner for him.
Yeah.
And that other box, that last box, could be general manager, like you were just talking about.
Yeah.
And it depends on what happens with Colangelo. I think he's fired regardless. It could come out that I don't know, nothing was his. That's not going to happen because there's already too much proof already that something's from his household.
Yeah.
So he's gone.
I mean,
so,
all that proof of and how the fact that they only reported about 2 of them, and then the other 3 mysteriously stopped doing them that day too.
And listen, if it isn't this, it's something else. Because where there's smoke, there's fire. I mean, he married. Like I said, it looks like he married himself. The dude's a fucking freak.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
once they start sniffing around, they'll find a lot of shit. Dude.
there's probably some
The
weird shit in the
fucking
house.
bones,
Yeah.
Fucking bones will start falling off the top shelf. You open that closet up.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to open that one
Oh,
up.
yeah.
And that might open the NBA's closet up, too.
He's got kids buried under his floors or some shit. Who knows?
Seriously, he's a
TTP
fucking
says
strange cat.
95% chance it's David Griffin. That's a great chance. Listen,
Boy, TT.
Listen, when you're going in the biggest offseason in this franchise's history, you sort of want to go in with a name that's been through it a little bit and a name that's had this conversation with LeBron James and his representatives before.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sort of what you want. So,
Stevie the Maroon says, as long as they don't bring in Billy King.
yeah, you're winning. I mean, it's tough to mess this up. It really is. Whoever comes in, you really got to be a fucking dope to mess up what's here already. It means he's got to be an idiot.
Yeah.
It's tough to mess up. It
And
really
we
is.
got a ton of money, so just go get somebody. Let's go. Need a score.
Deion Brown said that back to the Phils, if they trade Machado, what are you guys looking for in return, I guess? So what are you looking for? What are you thinking they're giving up, I guess, is what he's saying.
I'm right about Steve, I'm right with you about the Lovely Bones thing. That's what I was thinking when I said kids under the floor. Straight he's like the dude in Lovely Bones. Just killing kids. Fucking Colangelo.
I think you try to spread it out as best you can. I mean, we got a ton of outfielders, so one's an
I think
outfielder.
I'm spreading kids out
No,
there.
no, Jesus.
Jesus. God. It's getting really aggressive in here.
One outfielder, if you can throw him Franco or whatever, like you said.
Yeah,
it's gotta
Crawford.
Be, it's got to be an arm.
Definitely an
Crawford,
arm.
So try
You
to
guys wanna
spread it
hear
out
this?
as best you can,
You guys want to hear this?
What?
Jake Arias posting comments today, courtesy of Jim Salisbury, criticized Phillies defensive shifts. You guys want to hear it? I'll put it in.
Considering I fucking hate the shift.
I'm right with him.
Go ahead, Jake. No shit.
Well, we've had bad defensive shifts. We had a check swing. King already should have gone to second on that play. Then they got 3 hits in a row. The home run. Credit McCutcheon for putting a good swing on it, but did not expect a ball like that to get out. But
Yeah, neither did I.
But he just killed Kingery. You don't do
Well-
that, man.
well-
I know, I'm just saying.
If you look at
killed
if you look at
defensive shifts and
if you-
Kingery. Wow,
wait a minute.
that's
if you look
tough.
at if you look at that play though, I didn't think he had a chance to get him at first. I don't know why he didn't. I don't know if he would have got him at second either because it was a slow roller.
Yeah.
And he
well, we're old school guys. I mean, I don't have no problem with that. I'm saying in today's in today's age, you just ran him over, dude. That's not good. You know what I mean? It's not good. I mean, I don't know. Old school sports, yeah. I mean, that's
Well,
as
I
soon as
guess-
they stick a microphone in front of you, you're like, yeah, you know,
Well, I
that
guess
fucking
he's-
jerk off should have made that shot. you know
He's
what I mean?
probably
But not now. Though.
he
I
probably
guess 'cause
figures
he's
he
the
probably
vet.
figures that since Scott's I'm assuming that he probably said something to him about it, and he's like, you know, you just go to second on that play from now on. You're not going to get the guy at first, fast runner. But I mean, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
but I guess his thing because he's young and I'm a vet, I can kind of say what I
Yeah,
want.
Yeah, say whatever the fuck I want. And I'm out of listen.
Yeah.
Sometimes the vet's saying something about
People
you,
make a little
wakes
run,
you
but
up
yeah.
a little bit too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
in today's day, you don't see that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't see that.
Maybe that
But
lights
listen,
a
I
fire.
love it because I don't
Light a fire.
I don't love the king. I do like the king because you're batting under 220 or batting under 210. Like, well, I love for you to wake up a little bit offensively, but I love the fact that you take a shot at the defensive shifts, which is a direct shot at your coaching staff, which is a direct shot at the guy that you put coconut oil on with. So I love it. So maybe that, you know what I mean? Maybe hearing that from one of your guys, because Arrieta's a Capler guy, in my opinion. You know, maybe that changes some things up here too on when they decide to do some of these things.
Love, you got to make
I would
that.
love it.
If you're
I would
gonna-
love if
you
that's
think you're
true,
gonna
but
compete, you
it's
gotta
not
make
going to be. I would love to hope that wakes up a coaching staff
They
a little
call a
bit.
foul on that. They didn't call a foul when Love just went in there. They
Yeah.
call a foul on that. Curry hit a three from like friggin' way deep the last time they had the ball. Here it is.
SJM says Steve says do not give up Nola. Nola will definitely not be giving up.
No,
No.
Nola.
No.
It like Sixto.
No.
They're gonna want Sixto. You know, probably Hazley or Moniak. I'm just trying to think of guys. that they would want.
Noel's like your guy, like when you play fantasy sports and there's a little flag next to it, like you can't
even
trade
trade
him.
him.
You
Yeah,
can't trade
you
him.
can't
So
even trade him.
even if you were in collusion with your asshole buddy that you're playing in a league with, you can't even do it.
Yeah. He's
you know,
on the
Yahoo
can't-
doesn't allow you to do that.
He's on the
He's
can't
that
cut
guy.
list. He's on the can't cut
He's
list.
that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
For
not
sure.
allowed.
Now, like you think maybe you could. Okay, say you're like, we don't want to move Sixto. Maybe you can do Cologne. Maybe you can put Cologne in there, who's another high arm in our minor league system. But I mean, it's going to have to be an arm. It's going to have to be. You would think at least one arm, at least two. Two position players.
Yeah.
I would think at least, and then on top of that, probably a little more. So.
What else we got here? We got Sixer
Jesus.
JT Machado will be an MVP one day.
Dude,
If not-
Harry's unreal, dude.
Murder.
TTB says if LeBron sees young talent, big market, old successful GM, same age as Ben, a city that wants him here, and a nice contract, there's no reason for him not want to complete the process. And I
Call that.
And I agree
No
with
call.
I agree with that TTP. That's spot on right there.
No, I'm right with you.
Yes, sir.
Sixer JT, we got Sixto, Adonis Medina, and Franklin Colon.
Yeah, so you
Or
figure
Kilome.
one of them
Kilome.
definitely.
It's actually Kilome. I think that's how you say it. SAM, Velasquez pitched as well last night, and they couldn't hit water. They fell out of a fucking boat. That's what's been going on here.
Yeah,
that's
Vince
what's going on.
Vince has been great. They all been great.
Sixer JD said I'll give him Nola. Absolutely not. You can't give him Nola.
I wonder where that came from.
No.
No, I can't.
No,
You
no.
can't do Nola. Can't do
Nope. No, you can't do a guy who's turned himself into one of the better arms in this league, little by little.
Nola. I mean,
as it goes
shit.
on.
If you want to give him Nola, it's gonna be straight up,
I wouldn't even do
and
that.
it's gotta be a sign and trade. I still wouldn't do it.
No, I still wouldn't do it. Nope.
Oh my God, Curry is just pulling.
Yeah, right. Always hit that.
That's what he gets into. Peter Albertson, evening all. What up, Pete?
What up,
Evening all. Been a bit. Griffin will be the new GM to get LeBron in. Phillies hit a wall with Capler. Santana is a joke, and his team better get a better magic hat to keep on winning.
They didn't call that. Damn.
LeBron's freaking out.
Yeah, you got hit again.
Mike Parker. Murphy was in the Cove today, hitting more water than the Phil's offense. Yeah. Murph was in the Cove, hitting more water than the Phil's offense.
Call that foul.
By the way,
He was
they
got
had
run over by a boat
Call
too.
that foul.
Yeah, they had a. There was a fun little trivia question they said about who was the last Phillies player to have a splash hit in San Fran, hit it into the water.
wow.
I'll give you a clue. So it doesn't go on too long.
Yeah.
3 years ago. Not what you would expect.
3.
Did Cody
2000
actually get into one?
Cody Ashley!
Ashley.
Are you
Wow.
fucking? Did you hear that earlier?
Well
Nah,
done.
I swear.
No chance in
On my
hell.
bone B. No, I just
That's
was
great.
thinking lefties. That's all.
That's great work.
Because then you went, you'll never get it.
The one guy
Yeah,
without
that's because he's so tough.
the one guy without tech in front of him nails it.
Nah, that's just. That's
You
just
just say
great.
you're looking it up, you know.
William Gore says umbrella drinks. Wow.
Get him, Bill.
That's Tommy Goes. Big umbrella drink guy.
Listen, I'm not.
No, you
Hey,
missed them both. Good.
You
That's
go to
what
Stuff
you
Your
get.
Face in New Brunswick, man. You make
Cheaters.
those umbrella drinks stiff.
Fucking refs.
Yeah, well, why
You
would
missed them both.
You know, what's wrong with a Bahama Mama when you're in a pool? In a
No,
different
I
country?
don't. Listen,
What's wrong with it?
there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, don't call it a strong drink. That's what you. That's where we're.
Well,
we're-
when you tip and they throw a ton of rum into the drink as well, and you
Tom.
got half rum in
Tom.
there, it's aggressive. That's strong. It's a lot of alcohol.
Tom, I spent
Depends.
I spent a day. I spent a
You're
day at.
the, you're the
I
greatest.
spent a day
You're the
at
greatest drinker of all
spent a
time.
day at
Nobody's saying
Secrets.
you're not.
I spent a day at Secrets
Nobody's
drinking.
saying you're not.
Just
You're the
listen to me.
greatest.
Just
You're
listen
the
to me.
greatest.
Just
You're
let me talk.
the greatest.
His eyes are closed.
The
He's the worst.
greatest.
We're not worthy.
The greatest.
worst.
You're the worst.
You're the
You're the
worst.
worst.
You don't let
You
anybody
attack
talk.
guy for having good drinks. Like, I don't understand. Or
I'm not
think
attacking
that
you.
tastes delicious.
I'm just
What
saying
was
it's
the
not a
problem?
strong drink.
It tastes delicious. Strong's whatever you put in it, Wells.
Guess what? I had spent an entire
It's a little
day.
different.
spent
The
an-
secret
no, it's
and the
not.
fucking an
No, it's not.
all-inclusive when they load you up with the freaking pour over top.
First off,
that's already mixed in and then they
Secrets,
over pour.
Secrets, I'm getting a floater at 151, and you ain't getting that shit. That shit's that you can clean your tool. You can clean your tools with that shit.
It's rum.
All right.
It's rum with a little orange juice for color.
Don't
Seriously,
like
and I stirred that up. I had like 26 of them. I'm gonna throw it up for a day after that, but you know,
As
that's
expected.
how the guy rolls.
Zero throw up out of this kid for a week.
That's fine because you drink 3 drinks and you're like,
That's-
I think can I splurge for a fourth? I
That's
don't know.
such a lie. It's a stone cold lie. Splurge for the
He had
It's
four.
free.
He had 4 umbrellas in front
Shit's
of him.
free. I'm drinking a lot of it.
Tops.
Shit's free.
Don't let him lie to you.
Oh, don't lie.
Don't lie to the family.
All right. Ask my wife if I drank a lot
Don't
of
you
it.
lie to the family.
She won't lie. For
He
me.
had 4 drinks tops. We
Oh
all
my
know
God,
it.
It's such a lie. Stone cold lie.
I'm gonna go back and have a chicken sandwich.
I would definitely not eat a chicken sandwich. Yeah, but yeah.
I got nothing wrong. I got nothing wrong with a chicken sandwich.
Probably not.
I'll
that.
eat,
have one
someone
right
can
now.
bring one in right now.
Love to have
I'll
one.
eat it on air.
I'll eat one in here. I'm not going to have one there. Is what I
Love
need
to
to
have
say.
one right now.
They don't have chickens there?
They do. I'm not having a chicken. Listen, you have a lot of choices. There wasn't a chicken sandwich on the choice.
All right.
All right.
I just was throwing it out there. I
Yeah.
figured that's an easy choice.
Burger. You know what I mean? Easier choice. Now he watches this figure on his chicken sandwich. You don't care about, you know what I mean?
I mean, I was
That's
thinking,
26
I was
drinks.
thinking deep
Cleaner.
fried.
Twice.
I was thinking deep fried with cheese and bacon on top. So I don't know what kind of figure I'm watching, but
Mike Park says Everclear slushies. I only need 2. Tastes like fruit punch.
Garage talk.
Everclear slushies. I made Freedom Punch last Sunday. Actually, used a bottle of Everclear, and it was dangerous.
Yeah.
It was that you can clean your tools with Everclear too.
Nice.
There was no bananas, Steve. There was no bananas with the umbrella, and there was no umbrellas. There was 0 umbrellas.
If there was a banana, he'd have deep throated it.
He does it. He does own a speedo.
the fucking banana, fucking believable.
He does own a speedo.
No speedo owned here at all. In your speedo.
Just
Smuggling
He
grapes.
just grabs his dick and balls like, stay in there.
Smuggling grapes in the DR, baby.
If I ever did wear a speedo, I would probably put 10 things in
I
my
can't
pocket.
get these through customs.
Sir, do you have anything to claim?
Pair of speedos. 2 umbrellas.
That's superb.
We're at halftime.
TTP says, I think it's Philly, Cleveland, then Miami, possibly. As LeBron's destination.
I'm gonna go Philly, Cleveland, Houston.
Back to Miami.
Only because of Chris Paul. I know they're like really tight. But then again, Chris Paul could just go somewhere with him because he's a free agent also.
But he said, but it seems like if he goes back to Miami, he'd be going to retire.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why we go back to Miami. I just don't think that they have as good of a roster as us. So
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I don't see the Miami in it.
Yeah.
I don't see the Miami.
D Wade's there, and he's at the end of his rope. You know.
yeah,
Yeah.
Found a couple games against us.
I mean,
you
listen,
know? yeah. He
Miami's
felt that
not
youth.
Miami's not bad. They had no waiters all year, who was one of their scorers. But I mean, is he gonna go? You can go play with Goran Dragic and Justice Winslow, you know, or you can come play with Ben and Joel. You know, you got Hassan Whiteside out there, who I think is completely overrated. I don't know. I think Philly's way above Miami, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Well, we were giving him reactions to the.
But since he's been there, I mean, I understand you put him on the list. It's just there's no comparison.
Yeah,
between the two teams, you know.
Well, I don't even think even Cleveland's really as much
like
on the
filet
list
mignon.
as you think it is.
Since we were talking about food and chicken sandwiches, I mean, you're talking about filet mignon and a little fucking Big Mac or something.
Yeah, we got we got Ruth's Chris versus Burger King.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, I
wouldn't mind a strip.
And to me,
from
Cleveland,
Chris right now.
Cleveland really isn't even. I know he's on. They still have a shot for him, but I almost feel like he's out.
I feel like the only way it is
Hometown.
Cleveland.
Hometown.
The only way it's Cleveland is if they sign Chris Paul and they do something in the draft worthy of them being like, okay, we keep you here. Besides that, I don't see it anyway.
No, I don't.
Cleveland.
I don't.
I think he's gone. I'm already thinking that he's definitely gone. And I love how people are like, fucking Colin Cowherd, who's based out of L.A. and just wants him to come to L.A. will constantly tell you, I think L.A. is the front runner. And then you hear all the guys that are like around Cleveland talk, they're like, I think L.A.'s on the back burner.
Yeah.
He's not going there and dealing with all of that.
I just don't see it.
He's not going and dealing with the whole.
And like he's got a house in L.A.
If Magic couldn't,
He's got $250 million. Everyone with $250 million has a house in L.A.
Listen, if Magic
Then he
couldn't,
has a house in Miami and New York too.
if Magic couldn't get LeVar to keep it down, what makes you think LeBron is? You know what I mean? And that's the guy who's keep. That's the guy. That's the guy who drafted his son and blah 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 blah. And you don't think he can keep his mouth shut at times? What do you think? LeBron's going to do?
And it took him leaving the country with Mo and Curly just for him to go away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're all hoping
Mo
for him to
and
go away, and he finally left the country with fucking whoop with one of the two Stooges.
He didn't just leave the country either. The middle of fucking nowhere. Middle of nowhere for basketball.
SJM says, I heard in Gloucester City they brush their teeth with 151. Actually, see, that's a lie because they just don't brush their teeth.
You had us until that.
Yeah, see, worst job in Gloucester is dentist.
Or easiest.
Or easiest job,
There's
yeah.
nothing there.
Don't get a lot of calls.
Yeah, well, I don't disagree with you that it's captain and coke or bust, but you're in freaking 90 and in a pool, you like the cooler ones. That's all. That shit melts in 2 seconds.
Sixers JT, I'm gonna hop in.
Melts in 2 seconds.
Talking about disrupting chemistry. Tell me a time where a guy has played worse when LeBron's on his team. Because it's never happened. Everyone has played better while playing with him than they've played at any other time in their career. The only guy you will say, that I'm sure you're going to say, is Chris Bosh, and it's only because he took a back seat of a superstar role. Still was a damn good player for Miami. He just took the back seat with shots that he was taking.
Yeah, with Wade and LeBron, who are going to take shots.
Besides
where
that,
he came from, he was the stud. He was the guy in Toronto. So,
yeah. But besides that, every player has played better while playing with LeBron. There's not going to be a chemistry issue. Okay, that's the least thing I'm worried about is a chemistry issue.
Oh, well, he rebutted that.
Why? I want a fact of why he will disrupt chemistry. What's he going to disrupt?
JT said he 100% believes that he will.
Why? I want to know why. I want a reason why.
I don't see a chemistry breakup. What are you breaking up? The team didn't go to the team that isn't in the NBA Finals right now. We are walking down Broad Street.
No, we lost to a team that were missing 2 of their guys.
So
what?
what?
It wasn't even close.
And younger than us.
A couple of the games were close. We understand how it went, and we watch. We have eyeballs, but come on, they thoroughly outplayed us, outcoached us, everything. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm not sure what we.
You
I
said
know what we have.
If
but
you win the NBA
He said the
Finals,
2011
then let's have a chemistry talk. Let's talk chemistry.
He said the 2011
Chemistry
NBA
game.
Finals they lost and they were the best team. Yeah, but that's nothing about chemistry though. You're not making any sense. What you did there was give us a point that made no fucking sense. They did lose the 2011 NBA Finals and they were the best team. That's probably the only time that they were favored that he lost in the finals was that was against Dallas, right? And he actually didn't play great in that finals. But since then, the only times he's lost in finals is when they were underdogs, I feel like. And also, that still doesn't mean anything. Everyone has played better while with him. Even in that year, 2011. I mean, they had him and Wade and Bosh, but they was their first year together. They didn't really know each other yet. And who else they have? Mario Chalmers,
maybe Mario Chalmers looked good, didn't he?
Everyone else. Everyone
I mean?
looks good when they play with him. It's just fun. When you play with the best player in the world, who's also a great passer, a great rebounder, and he demands fucking 2 guys on him at all times, it's pretty easy for everybody else to play well. Unless you're on the Cleveland team right now, apparently.
Scrappy
Choking
says,
somehow.
Scrap says you're a flat-out idiot if you don't want the best player in the world and arguably the best to ever play the game on your team.
Absolutely.
Completely agree, Scrap.
Yep.
Chrome says LeBron, no points made aside from he hates LeBron. So he's saying about Sixers JT that he just hates LeBron.
You know,
Because they
if you
had
wanna-
a debate on Birds of a Feather about it.
If you
too.
want to just say that you just don't like the guy, that's fine.
That's what he said. He said he had a debate with Sixers JT, 45 minutes on Birds of a Feather, and his main beef is he just doesn't like LeBron.
That's fine. Listen, I'll completely. You can not like the guy and not want him here because you don't like him. I'll take that as your argument. Don't try to tell us that he's going to mess up chemistry because that's a bold-faced lie.
Yeah. If you don't want him here for whatever reason, that's fine. But I'll never pass up the best player in the game. That door's always open.
Yeah, and I don't even care that he's almost. Is he almost 33 or he's almost 34 or he'll be 34 next year?
Yeah.
I don't care. Watch the guy play. He's still the best guy on the court.
And if you ever had any
Yeah,
doubts, like you said, you can hate. Hate is fine. Like we all like guys and we all hate guys. You know what I mean? But if there's ever a doubt of what the guy can do, it's this year. I mean, just get on his back. See what he did. He single-handedly took this team to the finals.
Yeah, and they stink.
Right? I mean, come on.
They should be up. They should be up 1-0.
You don't want to
They're
go to the
atrocious.
finals?
Yeah, I know. They'd have went in there and beat fucking Golden State in game one.
And guess what? The whole series is already over now because soon as JR didn't go up with that, as soon as George Hill missed the foul shot, as soon as they reversed the fucking charge call, the series was over. Because I figured Golden State would win pretty handily tonight. They're up 13.5. Now it's not over, but it looks pretty good. And I figured Golden State probably wins one in Cleveland. You figured if Cleveland steals one here, and then we go 1-2 at home, then it's 2-2 back to Golden State. You got a series.
Yeah.
Now it's probably going to be 3-1. It's over.
Yep. Yeah,
And Sixers JT says, "Let me be honest. I just hate LeBron."
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, no,
that's fine.
absolutely.
You're more than welcome to hate LeBron. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, listen, we're not trying to change your mind, you know what I mean? And like I said, we're just, that's why we do this. We appreciate the chiming in, you know what I mean? But, I don't think it has anything to do with basketball, if you, in my opinion. You know what I mean? The guy, gets to the finals. Say whatever you want about the East. We know that, it's predominantly been horse shit for years, all right? But still, it's hard to do what the guy's done, single-handedly. And then this year is just, absolutely insane what he did. Just you game plan. You're just trying to beat LeBron. You know what I mean? We were saying it for months, like, hey, we don't, Cavs don't scare us. The Celtics are wounded, all right? But we just, can we get past LeBron? You know what I mean? Like,
that's the whole thing.
And he says,
why would you not want Broad? I just don't understand. Like, why would you not want to go to the finals? That doesn't make sense to me.
Sixers JT chimes back in and says, regardless of chemistry, I'm still not 100% sure we beat a healthy Boston team with LeBron. That's fine, but then we definitely don't beat him without LeBron. So, I mean, we have a better shot with him. I think we can all agree there.
yeah.
TTP says, I feel like if Bron comes here and we're in the finals next year, you'll have a change of heart.
That's
Absolutely.
right. Sixers JT, we're going to come back to you next year when it's us playing right now in Game 2.
One thing I've heard in groups in terms of argument against him coming here is that they don't believe him when they say he's willing to play off the ball, that he's going to come and
I don't even give a
occupy the
fuck,
ball too much for Ben.
But who cares?
Right. That's
Yeah,
my point exactly.
But I think I think he will start transitioning
Yeah.
to playing off the ball. But in the fourth quarter, I'm just handing the ball and say, win the fucking game. Yeah. You know?
True.
Yeah, I think it's both. I think it's like, we talked about it, like the Showtime Lakers run and gone. Whoever
Plus,
got it, go.
plus the other dude's got to, at some point, the other dude's got to figure it the fuck out. You understand? Like, we're okay with, a couple, weeks after the season now, chasing fur. You're young. Do your thing, all right? But get your ass in the gym soon enough and work on your craft. And that, that'll help him off the ball. I mean, you don't just have to have the ball. He has to have the ball for us without LeBron because we need him to make plays and he makes guys around him better. So does LeBron. But if you work on your jumper, now he's going to find you. You start hitting that 15-footer, right? Now all of a sudden you're really special. You know what I mean?
No, exactly. And now guys got to once you respect it. Once
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
have to respect his size, his speed, he's a matchup nightmare for guys, and he's even going to be more so when he can figure it out a little
And
bit.
if we got a guy, that can handle the ball like LeBron, he can also get on the block because we want him on the block. He's 6'10". You understand? I want him to do everything.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. There's no reason that you can't have a mouse in the house at times. You know what I mean? There ain't
Guess
going to be a 6'10" guy covering you. It's going to be,
Yeah, you're always going to have a matchup.
You're going to have a guard on you.
Guess what? And LeBron's 6. We can say LeBron's probably 6'8", 6'9", but he's because of how physical he is, he's a matchup nightmare on the block. So you just
two of them.
You can
got two of 'em.
put him, Ben, or JoJo on the block, and just say, "Have fun,
Three
have fun."
You become a
three
matchup
issues.
nightmare for teams with your size.
Oh my God.
It's one thing to have a 6'8", small forward. It's another to have a 6'8" small forward named LeBron James.
Yeah.
A different small forward.
Yeah.
Rocco 6'7",
is
cute.
just- yeah.
You know what I mean? Cute.
This isn't just
Cute. Size is one thing, strength is another.
Yeah.
And being good.
Most guys, his size is just on the back of your fucking your card. All right, his place. 6'8", 285. It's
He's still, and
it's
guess what?
legit.
And he's getting old. I mean, in years he's getting old, but it doesn't look like he's getting old in the court. He still gets the ball in transition and looks like a fucking deer out there.
Yeah.
So listen,
I mean,
20
the worst
minutes.
thing about him is his hairline, and we
Yeah,
know that.
that's
That's
it.
And
been
you
going
know
on
what?
for years.
I like it.
Yeah, look at me.
We want you, LeBron.
Well,
we want
if
you,
anything,
Bron.
if anything, it makes him
We
seem.
want you. I'll even take it back for you. I'll even take it back.
I'm taking my hat off. That's it. You're
If,
right.
if anything, it makes him seem human. You know?
Got to support the team.
Yeah, come on.
LeBron, that's it. Hats are
we're
off.
team Bron.
You know what I mean?
For the rest of the show.
It
Hats
makes
are off.
it makes him seem human that he's losing hair. I like it.
Yep, head condoms are off. Let's go.
He does bleed.
He does bleed, yeah. Fortune, what's up, fellas? Long time no see.
What up?
What up,
What
boys?
up?
And he says, "Let go." Well, I don't. That's a debate for another day that we'll get into because whatever, it doesn't matter. He's the best player in the league right now. So I want him every day, and twice on back-to-backs. You know what I mean? I'm trying, you can't say twice on Sunday because there's more games than that. But I'll think twice on back-to-backs too. I want the guy. I think he's going to help the young kids here. He's going to help teach them how to learn to become professional on and off the court. Work ethic, everything that comes in to being a great player. He makes everybody around him better, like we talked about. And listen, injuries aside, you're a favorite to go to the NBA Finals next year.
Absolutely.
The favorite out of the East. So, I mean, that's a no-brainer to anybody. It's a no-brainer. So, listen, we got about 18 minutes left. We'll get to the questions, and we'll also give a little bit of NBA Finals Game 2. We'll give some reaction right now with the Warriors up 11, start of the third.
Yeah, number 2 is going to be directly correlated to this series, so
we'll
definitely
dive
set
right
up
back
for
in.
that. Yep. Before I begin, boys,
K-Love.
I got to give a special shout-out to Jamie and Alex, lifelong Eagles fans who just had a baby boy and named him Connor after Connor Barwin, their favorite player. So, Chindan, definitely love from ATD.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Congrats, Eagles, baby.
Charles Woodson guaranteed Michigan would defeat Ohio State in football this fall. Does his guarantee hold any water, or is it just a way to both rev up the program and the rivalry from his old college days?
Yeah, that's all it does. It's been about 10 years, so, I mean, the law of averages tells you they should fucking win one of these. You know what I mean? For fuck's sake, Jimmy.
I think
If you guarantee it enough, it's going to come true.
Yeah.
I think
Shit.
yes, Tommy, he knows.
We saw that sprint.
He's been riding.
Fantastic week 7.
He's been riding
Fucking
that.
stretch it out.
First off,
Panthers game?
Yeah.
Have I got 5 for the total?
First off, we've seen that. We've seen that for years now.
Mike
Finally
Parker,
came to fruition.
Team Bron on the couch. No, they're not better than him. So he can talk it all he wants. And you're talking about it after watching some spring games. Come on, Charles. Grow up. Let's get a little closer to the season.
Yeah, I think they went to
Well,
London.
first
Come on,
off,
Charles.
They went to
first
London
off,
or something.
first
I
off,
love you, Chuck.
First off, bottom line is until Jim Harbaugh learns how to fucking coach in college, they ain't gonna beat nobody because Jim Harbaugh's been getting out coached for years now.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's
and
doing.
He's a quarterback, and
And-
he hasn't
and he
had
can't get a
Quarterback.
quarterback.
How can you not recruit a quarterback as a quarterback? Like, how does nobody want to come play for you?
The defense
I'm
has
a
been
quarterback.
awesome for years. And
I don't
he has
understand.
no quarterback.
And guess what? Ohio State has probably the best defensive player in the nation. He's gonna go, I think, number 1 overall.
Yep.
Bosa.
And so, Bosa's brother, he looks just like
Bosa.
Joey. It's ridiculous. That dude's a fucking monster.
That guy got enough in his ball bag. I mean, fucking 2 you shot out.
Yeah. Shout out 2 monsters.
Fuck, bro.
2 monsters just running around. Where's Bosa's dad at?
Oh, my
We need
God.
to kidnap him.
Guy definitely fucking wore boxers his whole life. Fucking guy shot out fucking 2.
We need to kidnap him. Just have him, just steal some loads from him.
Fucking hey, of course. There you go. K-Love with 2 threes that come out.
Yeah, so the answer to the question to Charles, he's wrong.
Propaganda.
They'll lose again to Ohio State
It's total propaganda.
unless some quarterback comes out of nowhere.
Wet. Durant, wet.
Golden State's so good.
Getting back to the series, if LeBron James and the Cavs rebound from this tough beginning of the finals to win the NBA championship, does this heighten the likelihood he'll accept his 18-19 option and stay put in Cleveland, thus diminishing his chances to sign with the Sixers?
If they somehow want it,
Yeah, if they somehow want it. Does he
shit,
stay?
I think it's hard to go. But I think it might even be easier to go.
I think he's going regardless. I think first off, he's not going to accept his option. You mark that down. He's going to either get a new contract from Cleveland or he's going to get a new contract somewhere else. He's definitely turning the option down.
If they won
That's
this year,
1,000%.
oh my God.
Okay, so yeah, so say the
There
extension.
would be
say
fucking
extension.
statues all over Cleveland
Oh
if they
my
won
God,
this
yeah.
year. Everywhere he went, he'd be like, is that a mirror? Fuck, there'd be fucking
I'll tell you what,
statues everywhere.
they'll
They'll be
they
big,
might
making him in,
there's
put
gonna
him
be
in
a
his
shit ton
house.
of there's gonna be a shit ton of LeBrons in Cleveland running around in like 10 years.
It-
Like, wow,
it
you
would
guys,
almost-
you guys all get born 2018?
It would almost go past. It would almost go past as a hockey guy. It would almost go past the 80 USA Olympic win if he won this year.
Oh, yeah,
that's
Wow.
That's how
That
fucking-
miraculous,
Yeah, that's
huh?
how miraculous it is.
Wow.
I mean,
I love Herbie and the job Herbie did, but I think it would have to go past Herbie.
If he
I mean,
beat
this
them,
is fucking 4 stiffs. This is 4, 5, 6 cardboard cutouts and the fucking best guy in the world. It's incredible.
It
listen,
is.
I would. He would be better than Jordan. Yep,
Wow.
he's not going to win this series.
No, there's not.
Mike might, because he'll just go drop 60.
I don't think he would either. I don't think anybody can.
I don't know if anybody can. That team maybe.
That team's too good.
Yeah.
If they still had Kyrie, they have a shot in this series because you can count on him to score some points. But the thing is just it was evident in the fourth quarter last game, even though LeBron was just playing miraculously, he was getting open looks for guys all fourth quarter. No one fucking still hasn't hit the rim yet. I think on all 3 of his shots, Jeff Green. Wow, like somebody, you got wide open threes, you better start making them.
Yeah, absolutely. Guy's gonna find you.
Look
like
at that.
Like
There you
that.
go.
And that's what he does, and that's why would you not want him here? Yeah, Rob, if he beat them,
That would have took
I
a
still don't think he
Kardashian
stays.
titty to miss that one. What a dish! I mean, what a dish that was fucking.
Probably an ass. Probably Kardashian ass to miss that one. I don't think he stays regardless. But to me,
What do they call it, found the floor?
He'd be better than Mike.
They call it found the floor.
Him and his 4 Madame Tussauds wax statues.
Yep. Probably like in his house.
Definitely. Next big news. Calling all degenerates. Sports betting legislation is now in full control of the states and due to sweep the country like gangbusters.
Absolutely.
But will it have a positive or negative effect on DFS play?
You gotta foul him. He's a terrible free throw shooter.
I don't.
Not after he dunks it.
Yeah, I don't. I think that daily fantasy is still going to be going strong, and I mean, I think a lot of people are really in favor of this the fact that it passed. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's just something different. You know, what I mean, that's you're picking players, to do that and pick your own lineup and try to win money as opposed to like, picking a whole team or cover the spread or whatever. You know
Well,
what I mean?
DraftKings already paired up with resorts in Atlantic City, getting ready to incorporate straight betting on games through the DraftKings program. So is it going to pool like player pools and like lower the size of pots in the DFS leagues, more of the true daily fantasy league style?
I mean, it depends on the whole tax thing too, because they're talking about like you're winning less too. So I mean, people, I don't know if the days of the bookies are going to completely, die off. You know what I mean? Because they're talking about how much they're going to take from you. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
sure, people are still going to do it because it's very convenient. You know what I mean? But not if you're, they're chopping you in half. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit.
That's true.
Sixers JT Michael Kendricks is a Cleveland Brown.
There you go.
I've confirmed that's official.
So Kendricks, why did he? That's just another. Maybe Kendricks his account got hacked when he called Ian Rappaport like a snake or whatever earlier.
Yeah, and Mike Parker said DraftKings has opened up a sports book. Correct. So,
Yeah, with resorts. Yep.
Yep. So,
So you can do right on an app on your phone, but you still get raked there too, and you probably get maybe even a better deal, especially if you know your bookie.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think it's great. I know Delaware. Delaware's goes through, I believe, like June 5th or something, like somewhere in the next
Very soon.
the
Yeah.
next couple of days or weeks.
I just don't
Yeah,
understand.
but at least they've been doing it for a while. Not legally, but like they have. That like teaser cards.
Yeah,
I see
yeah,
a guy I went to high school with. He always goes over there for business or whatever, and he's had those cards for years.
Oh yeah, they have
Pretty crazy.
Well, one thing that you got to say is I just don't understand how with AC the way that they've been taking on water the last decade. How were they not prepared for that vote to go down? Like I'm surprised they weren't like the next day like, hey, we already got the sports book open. Come on in. How is that not? How are you not ready for that?
That's why you're the best. And that's what Monmouth did. Monmouth Park built it. It got vetoed 2 years ago. They built a bar, a sports bar, ready to go. It was all ready to rip, and then it got vetoed 2 years ago. And they were like, shit, it just stayed there. Whatever they used it for. And as soon as that fucker went through, they opened up the next day.
Yep, boom,
so you can go up
open.
to Monmouth Park right now and play some
got a
horses and
sports book,
sports book right there. Yep.
Tommy, to answer your question, June 5th is what. Yeah, you got it right on the head. Is when it's going to be official in Delaware, and then on June 7th is when New Jersey State Senate's going to vote.
Boom.
Okay.
So we might be not too far after.
6.
Nah, within the next month. By at least by
Which
the
is
time
just, there's
football.
only certain places you
for
can
sure.
put it, though. You know what I mean? So around here, they're talking about Cherry Hill because the old track was there.
Yeah,
so they can
racetrack.
put an OTB there, because there's certain places you just can't put it, It's got to be
Well, you figure
whatever the regulations
but
are.
you
or
figure the
something,
one in Blackwood's going to be hopping on board. Hey, let's add sports, because they are favorites,
Yeah,
right? They
yeah.
already got all the horse racing there. We're going to be adding sports book.
That-
Like if I'm them, I'm already on top of that.
Yeah.
Well, Philly,
the
that's where the
race-
Holiday Inn is in Philly. It's becoming a casino right there and
I heard
hotel.
That, I heard that, yeah.
So right by
a
the
walkthrough,
stadium,
Yeah.
and
That's
you know that casino is going to have
It's right next
sports
to the
book.
turf club.
Yeah. And that's a
Yeah,
done
I
deal.
heard that, yeah.
So that's a huge
And
one.
then- and then
hey,
I figure-
Robert, a lot of fives.
And
A lot
then
of fives coming out of pockets.
hidden gem inside the Borgata. Anybody hits the AC.
Could be struggling to get the 5 up or have plenty of them.
Dude, hidden gem
weeks
inside
ago.
Borgata is the race book. There's a race book inside Borgata. It's a hidden gem because you go up and put a $2 bet in. You ask for a couple drink vouchers, and they got top shelf. I'm there. I'm drinking Grey Goose and vodka. I'm drinking Grey Goose and orange juice. Betting on some ponies. But guess what? That
Genius.
one, you figure they got to be ready to go. They already got the fucking. They already got the race book in there. You just make it fucking race book / sports book. Let's go. That's what. I mean, I'm surprised they weren't already ready to go.
I know,
That's what I just.
And who
blows
wasn't
my
ready to go?
mind.
I missed who wasn't ready to go.
Everybody.
Like everybody.
Like he said, Monmouth Park was ready to go.
Yeah.
Right. They're already ready to go. But when the vote came out, I said, I'm surprised that they knew this vote was coming. I was surprised they weren't like the next day, like, sports book's open. Get in.
Yeah, just having a guy with like a visor on, just taking fucking bets.
Yeah. Just walking around like,
do you
hey,
need here?
hey.
What do you need here? What do you
Like
need
it's
here?
Like
I'm
it's a
bad.
stock market.
Here, fucking cigarette. What do you need? What do you need here? Right? Fuck. Who cares? With a little guy with a little fucking thing.
Oh my God, yeah. Put a visor on one of the bathroom guys. Wash your man. Touch your man. Touch your man. Wash your hands. Get that guy.
Oh,
Get
man.
that guy out of there.
At Andy8181 on Periscope, I wanted to ask you guys, why don't you have a Chase Utley jersey hanging up? What the fuck?
Send us one. Send us one. It'll be up tomorrow.
You're a big
World
proponent. I mean, your Twitter handle.
Fucking champs.
I'm just letting you know right now. Listen, my Twitter handle is Utley is God. You can look it up if you'd like. My favorite player of all time. There is a picture right over here. You just can't see it. It's not in
There's
camera.
plenty of Utley in
but,
there. Plenty
but,
of Utley in the
but
studio,
you want to send A2D a jersey? We will hang it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, we'll hang it.
You hang them, we bang them.
We'll even take one down for you too.
Holy but goody.
We got Harry the K over there. We got Chase. We got Jimmy. We got Cole. The light shine in my eyes. So
We
I can't see the other
got
one.
Dykstra. We probably should take that down.
Yeah, it's time for Nails to go home.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
He's a problem.
Rough couple weeks.
He's
Rough
back to the
couple
Mets.
years, sorry.
He's a Met when he does this shit, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Typical Matt.
Typical Matt.
You learned that from Danny Heap, you fucking crumb nails.
Mookie Wilson was all over him.
Fucking Darryl and Doc.
Daryl Doc and a
man.
line of cocaine ruined the guy's life.
Shit.
Fucking Keith. Fucking Keith Hernandez.
Mike Parker Mike Parker.
Second spitter, Keith Hernandez.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Nice,
What'd Spidey say?
Nice.
Mike Parker loved the green clear visor, smashing out tickets. Yeah.
Spidey!
Oh yeah, that's you gotta. As soon as he said that, I was picturing like. What is that? It's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas when he has that clear visor on and the cigarette thing in his mouth, just walking around, just taking checks and balances.
Checks and balances. David Roska, Dave, I love you, brother. Not a fucking shot in hell. He said Cleveland will even it up game 3 and 4.
I think they definitely win one of them. I don't know if they win both.
that's-
I think they win game.
Are we throwing a definite out?
They'll win game 3.
That's
They'll
how
win
the
game 3.
NBA works.
Yeah.
If you've been around as long as us,
They'll win
you
game
know,
3.
You don't have all the answers, but you know that
But
you know,
Golden State-
there's always a token one there at home.
Yeah,
you know.
you
Probably
think.
comes in 4, maybe if they don't get 3.
Yeah, I think if probably game 4, avoid the sweep, make the NBA a few more bucks.
I mean, they're hanging tough right now. They're only down 8.
Cram says, you guys had me rolling and almost choked on my pasta. Hashtag nails talk.
Pasta. What do you got?
What do you got? Cram, bring some over.
What do you got there, buddy?
Whoa.
Stale?
Hey, now.
All right, Robbie, next one.
Yeah,
Before we go into a nails
Gravy.
tornado.
this could
Chrome.
be
Gravy talk.
Nails NATO. Got ourselves a Sharknado and a Nails NATO.
Chrome, you better have gravy on it.
Oh, man. This one could be really easy or really tough. We'll see. What's more remarkable?
Easy, Joe Buck.
Hey, now. What's more remarkable? The Vegas Golden Knights making it all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals, or your Eagles winning the Super Bowl with Nick Foles?
Shit.
It's Vegas. I'm sorry. And I love me the Foles. But if Vegas,
left for dead.
I don't think that Vegas is going to win the Stanley Cup. I want them to because I just fucking despise Washington. But if Vegas wins this Stanley Cup, it's one of the greatest achievements in sports history. They were 70 points was their over-under for Vegas to bet, in Vegas. If you wanted to bet their total for the season, 70 points, they had 112.
It was pretty much everybody's trash. You know, I mean, they couldn't protect them or whatever. And
It's
it was
amazing.
Just, unbelievable.
No, it is unbelievable, but
Good.
A backup
You know
beating
that.
Tom
You
Brady.
only got to be able to see it.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
A backup beating Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. That's pretty fucking remarkable.
Yeah, it's not an expansion team.
I know who they are. I get
Yeah, but that's
it.
never happened. Ever.
Hockey's a lot.
Expansion teams never even made the playoffs before, have they?
I understand
Yeah.
that. Hockey's
Oh, yeah?
Hockey's
St.
a lot
Louis
more ebb and
Blues.
flow.
Oh, Blues did? Okay.
Yeah, their first 4 years they made it, and they went all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals in their first year, like the Vegas Knights.
That's
but lost.
hockey. You know,
Yeah, it's hockey, yeah.
You know, they got the goalie. You know what I mean? They got the goalie that Pittsburgh didn't think they were going to take on the contract. And they said, you know what? We'll take on this contract to be competitive. You know, that's the way they looked at it. You know, when they were constructing their roster, they were thinking about trading guys at the deadline. You know what I mean? That's how they're constructing it.
Yeah, no. It
It
wasn't like those guys were garbage. I just mean it was like, the guys they weren't wanted. You
Well,
know?
yeah,
They're all
bunch
they're
of
all
misfits.
They're all throwaway guys.
A lot fewer teams back when the
But
Blues
what did we
did it
just
than the
see
Knights
with the
do it
Eagles?
now.
Yeah.
What did
Lot-
we just see
lot
with the
fewer.
Eagles? We just saw the same thing with the Eagles. A bunch of guys were told they weren't good enough, routed around to do something bigger. No, it makes sense. They're both a lot of equal.
It's not.
Dude, you don't fucking let people fucking finish when they
No,
want
because
to
it's not
swear
the same.
you to fuck up because it's a fucking they're
You're not gonna
similar.
swear anybody up.
Dude,
Umbrella
it's
punches.
a bunch of guys who weren't good enough wherever they were. They were never good enough.
Who?
A bunch of the
Fletcher
whole
Cox?
fucking team.
Fletcher Cox?
Dude, okay, Marc-Andre Fleury, okay? He wasn't one of the better goaltenders in the National Hockey League?
Yeah,
he wasn't?
He's got a couple cups.
Okay, so you give me one guy for one guy, okay? Nobody on this team
But
had a bunch of cups.
he was still thrown away by Pittsburgh.
Dude, this team wasn't even projected to make the fucking playoffs. They're a fucking 7 to 8 win fucking team projected.
By who? We projected them to make the playoffs.
Okay, Vegas. The over/under was 8.5.
Yeah, but guess
Dude,
what?
it's the same thing.
8.5. No, it's not the same thing.
The odds are same.
They were predicted to be the worst team in the NHL. They're in
Dude,
the
the
fucking
odds to
Stanley
win a
Cup.
Super Bowl was the exact same.
No.
It is.
No.
The odds from day one.
500 to 1? 500 to 1? No, it was not.
The Eagles were at least high up. They were big.
No chance.
I'm telling you, it's a lot though. You're making it seem like one's a 50 to 1 compared to 500 to 1.
Yeah, probably what it was.
No, absolutely
Yeah,
fucking
absolutely.
not.
I bet you the Eagles were about 50 to 1 going into the season.
Just to win
Vegas
the Super
was
Bowl.
500 to 1.
To win the Super Bowl.
Yes.
No way.
Oh, well, we're going to look that up
Look
right
that
now.
up. No way.
I will use notes on this one, fam.
I don't know. I fucking hate
They didn't call a foul right there.
Yeah,
God.
oh, good.
LeBron's about to get thrown out of the game.
He's got to.
Yeah, you're a problem.
That's a mugging.
Guy didn't even let me finish the fucking point.
My
The
God,
point
that
is,
is-
I
is
heard
both
you.
teams,
I heard your point.
Both teams had a lot of guys that for whatever reason, were looked as not good enough. Okay? When you looked over the top 100 players in the NFL last year, there was no Eagles on that list, maybe besides Fletcher Cox, I think, or it might have made that list, or one other guy, and they were deep. Okay? So it was a bunch of guys that just rallied around each other. The same thing Vegas did, is all my point was, and you wanted to be a smartass. So there you go.
But
Look
you
at
picked
this.
them to
Look
win
at this.
11 games, though.
I'm not
Which
me.
I'm saying.
I'm
which
saying that Vegas. I'm talking about Vegas's win-loss total was 8 or 8.5 because I was there and me and my dad were going to do it. He's like, I don't know. And I said, dude, I would load up on that over.
Eagles were 8.5.
Okay, that's no fucking notes right there, Daddy. All right, long time ago. Got it.
That's yeah.
Got it. Guess one. Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Don't question legends. Don't question fucking legends.
No, because you're wrong.
Don't question
You're
legends.
wrong.
I didn't say
it's
it
the
was.
middle of the fucking pack. 8.5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 other teams below that. So you're wrong.
Okay.
Nuggets was the worst.
All right.
They're in middle of the
Dude,
pack,
you're
like I said.
Middle of the pack. 9 teams is the middle of the pack, Daddy.
Yeah,
There's 32, genius. There's 32.
I
There's
stopped,
32.
I stopped
There's
counting.
32.
I stopped counting.
32.
You dumb fuck. You want me to go more?
The Packers didn't have a.
And there's also 1, 2, 3,
Still
4,
didn't give me the season
5,
one, so go ahead.
6. There's
What
7.
was it
There's
to win
7
the Super
other
Bowl?
8.5.
What was it to win the Super Bowl? Because you guaranteed
Plus
50 to
3,000.
1 for the Eagles.
Plus 3,000.
What was that?
Plus 3,000.
What was that again?
That's about 50 to 1. No, it's probably less than that.
50 to 1.
Yeah, there's okay.
It's a
the
$100 bet.
Rams were plus 17,000. Okay, that's 7 times more than the Eagles, almost 6 times more. The Jets were plus 35,000.
3,000 is probably, what is it, 100?
We
30
suck.
to 1?
It's about 30 to 1.
30 to 1.
30
yeah.
to 1. So less than
3,000,
50 to 1.
Yeah, 30 to 1.
Okay.
Boop, boop.
Feel good about yourself. I don't give a
Fucking
fuck.
man.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to scream like you did after I said 8.5.
Well, I'm going to scream all day. That's what I fucking do. And I'm going to scream again because I don't give a fuck. That wasn't the argument of the conversation when you wanted to fucking be cute was real simple. Oh, they're not the same. It's not the same. It's
not.
It was, dude. A team that wasn't expected to win shit. And when the backup went down, how big did them fucking odds drop?
Now, granted-
how big did them odds drop?
granted,
How big did them fucking odds drop?
Smoke's coming out of his ears, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, let's go look that one up. Look that one up.
No, it's
leave Clay open.
they're still
Dive
bad.
somewhere
Clay
deep.
should never be open.
I don't like you. All right. I loved you, and now I despise you right this second.
I usually don't like you most of the time.
So really, it was a 2-1 win out of me. If you really want to go
No, it
through
wasn't.
Absolutely, it was.
How's it 2-1?
How's it not? Because I was rated 8.5. I was wrong about being closer of like 100 to 1, 150 to 1. All right, realizing the NFL's always like that with their fucking numbers. Okay, but when Nick Foles went down, it probably evened out. Probably got closer. So I'm 2 to 1. Scoring at home.
No chance.
Scoring at home. 2 to 1 top.
Foolish Demon says Knights is a bigger story. Bang!
Knights are a bigger story, but a backup beating the fucking greatest quarterback of all time, a pretty big story. Pretty big story in the National Football League, which is way bigger than the NHL will ever be.
So now
Little bigger of a fucking story.
So you're taking it to that level.
Oh, absolutely.
That wasn't the question.
Absolutely.
That wasn't the question.
I make my own rules.
He's going to constantly
I
try
make my own rules.
He's going to try to flip it to, hey,
I
he
make
wins.
my own rules
I know
around
how he
here.
does it.
No, it applies.
Call your
It
friends.
applies.
Call your
Does
friends
apply.
The question was,
is
which one is more remarkable?
That's
and,
the question.
and that's going to factor into
That's the question.
to the comparison.
A backup beating the greatest quarterback of all time
that more
is
people
huge.
like the NFL than the NHL.
Dude,
Right.
a backup beating
It's an
Tom
extracurricular
Brady.
point. I get
Nobody
it, but
was giving that team a chance in the
Rob.
Super Bowl. Nobody.
Rob, you're not going to get fired if you disagree with him. It's fine.
Nobody.
Listen,
Mike
Both are
Parker.
remarkable.
Mike
What the Eagles
Parker.
did was amazing.
Mike Parker. It's a great run. It's definitely historic, but some people make it sound like they did it with a bunch of AHL guys. Preach on, Michael.
They have.
Preach
basically.
on. They
Bunch
haven't.
of
Stop it.
fourth line guys.
Stop it. They
Bunch
better,
of fourth line guys.
and one of the better goalies in the league, in my opinion.
Which is all you need in the
Which is
NHL
what you need
playoffs.
to get
Not
make a
goalie.
run.
Is he one of the? I mean, he's
Not
playing
all,
great, but the last 2 years, the reason Pittsburgh let him go is because he got beat out on his own team.
Okay, but he proved people wrong this year. A bunch of dogs, a bunch of guys that nobody believed in. It fucking similar is all the point was, and you just wanted to run it, just like you're wrong about Herrera, which makes it 3 to 1. It just keeps going and going and going and going.
First, I'm definitely not wrong about Herrera.
You are.
No chance.
There's so many guys you
No
can shit on.
chance.
Even more so
Herrera
on.
stinks. He fucking stinks. Watch baseball.
I
Learn
watch it.
baseball.
I watch
he
it.
stinks.
Well, you'll sit there and
He
blow
stinks.
Scott
He
Kingery
fucks
batting
the,
fucking
he fucks the
210.
play up every fucking game.
Yep.
Every game by
But-
being
but
an
you'll blow-
incompetent,
but you'll
no
blow the
baseball
rest of the
IQ
roster.
piece of shit.
But you'll blow the rest of the roster.
Who am I blowing?
I don't know. You don't. I never hear you call anybody else out. I haven't heard you call one other person
I
to
call
fuck out.
Mikel Franco out every day. I
No,
want
but
traded.
that's been a train you've been on for a while. Give me somebody new. Scott Hingery can't
Everybody.
fucking hit water,
He's
okay?
fucking-
and
he's
you don't say a
young.
word. You don't say a word
I'm
because
not
it's your
the-
guy. Because it's your guy. So
No.
shut the fuck up.
That's
because
fine.
your true
He
colors
needs to
come
hit
out.
more. He needs to hit
Your
more.
true colors come out. I'll crush anybody. Some of the plays he makes in the outfield, inexcusable. Absolutely. But you take you forget all the good plays.
What
you
good
never.
plays?
Oh, come on, dude. Just stop. When the guy was hammering the baseball, you wouldn't say one.
Yeah, you
good
called
thing.
him MVP. Hasn't hit wherever he fell on the fucking
All
boat
right,
since.
so spin it back on me.
Yes.
Because you're a fucking hater. You're the definition of hate.
I'm
You
not
said
that
batting
hater.
title.
Definition of hate.
Batting title.
Listen,
MVP.
I'm not running from
when
it.
you're not You're not running. You know you're not running from it. When it's a fucking one-run game and there's a fly ball to short center and you catch it with your fucking feet planted in the ground, not moving forward, that means that you're a piece of shit and you don't care about your fucking team. So that's why. I fucking don't like the guy right there. Okay, anyone else in baseball, anyone that's 12 years old catches that moving forward to get a good throw home.
Get behind the ball.
Get behind the fucking baseball. They teach you at 9. You probably teach your kids that.
Absolutely. But
So what the fuck?
in 162, do you say it doesn't happen?
No.
Come on, dude.
No, it doesn't happen.
Come on, dude.
And it shouldn't happen.
Oh, my God.
Every game, every game, there's
I'm not
something.
going to allow you to spew this.
Every
Because now you're
game,
fucking
there's
lying.
something
Stop it with
every game.
Stop it with every game.
Every game.
You said yesterday when I said to you, it's nowhere near what it was in the last,
I know,
last 3
usually
years.
4 times
and
a
you
game.
said,
now it's once.
And you said, no, not even close to what
No,
it was.
I
It's
know,
gotten better.
so it's a
So
quarter.
now you're going to lie to the people.
No,
and say
I'm not
that,
lying.
oh, you're an you stop.
It used to be 4 times a game. Now it's only 1 or 2.
Just stop. He makes a lot of good plays out there, okay? He really does. Does he have some boneheaded ones? Absolutely, okay? But don't act like he doesn't get good tracks on most of his balls and plays a really good center field. Don't act like he doesn't because I think he plays a solid center field. This past week he's had some issues out there, okay? But he also made a great catch in LA. You don't want to talk about the great catch, okay? Because then you don't win that game on Nola start. So I understand and I agree with you, but the fact that you never see any good is what my argument with you starts with. Because anybody else who wants to say, oh man, he got to make that play like Sweeps the other night. Got to make that play. Yeah, I agree with you. All right? But he also will tell you, yeah, he's hitting the cover off the ball. All right? You were just hate-filled. He's a little hate-filled. He has like this much hate. You're like this.
He was hitting the cover off the ball. I told you that, but he's not anymore. And you know that's how that's going to go. It's going to fluctuate. He's not going to hit 350. We all know that. You thought he was. Not going to. Okay? He might hit 305. I don't think he'll hit that either. But he might.
No, he might not. Listen, I like the guy more than you do, obviously, and I still believe at some point, maybe in a weekend now, he can win a freaking batting title.
He's never going to automatically just have a baseball IQ, though. I think at this point it's never going to happen.
Listen, you hear it all the time, man. It's not just him. Like I'm not making excuses. I'm just talking about this is why this is why international scouts are trying to get these guys sooner and sooner from these countries because they want them to learn American baseball. It's different, and it's not dude. I'm not making an excuse. It's like this for a lot of these guys.
You always pull this hot dog shit
What
from
the fuck are you
Latin
talking
America.
about? It has nothing to do with hot dog shit.
But that's what you always say.
Oh my
though.
God, dude! It's fucking baseball IQ. A lot of them just play. They just play over there. They just play. So when you get these guys earlier and earlier, younger and younger, and you get these guys over to the States and playing organized baseball, it helps. That's all. It has nothing to do with Aaron. Yeah. It's a whole Latino
but
culture.
they have a shit ton of academies and shit over there.
Oh my
and
God,
all
dude.
over down there. Dominican,
do
Puerto
they?
Rico.
They
do.
So none of them. So none of them come over and need to fine-tune their baseball IQ, right?
I'm sure they all do
perfect.
a little bit.
Everything's hunky-dory in third world countries. You got it.
He's 28, dude.
Dude, I'm not
27.
making excuses for the guy. I'm talking about just the things you hear on why I believe that international scouts are going over there sooner and sooner and trying to get kids over here because they feel like it's going to be a quicker transition to learning the style of American baseball. Now, baseball is baseball. I get it. But when it's a free for all, it's not baseball. You understand? When nobody's teaching you when you're young the right or wrong, it's not baseball.
Well, I think they are.
It's just playing. Maybe not. I'm not saying some don't. I'm not saying some don't come over ready,
I mean, all
prepared.
teams have international. They pretty much have the international academies over there because they all have international scouting directors.
Well, that's what I'm
the
saying.
Guys are
They're signing guys earlier and earlier.
Our guy is Sal Augustino, great dude. He's in charge of international scouting. Does a tremendous job.
Old Augustino.
Yeah.
By the way, J.R. Smith, another air ball for J.R.
Yeah,
it's been a rough one for J.R.
Confidence at an all-time high.
You'll find JR at the bottom of your toaster. That's where the fuck he belongs.
Larry Nance can't hit a foul shot.
Fucking crumb talk.
Crumb talk. I was thinking like burnt piece of toast. What's he getting at there? Crumb talk. I should have realized.
All right.
Should have realized it was crumb talk.
More questions.
Yeah, last one. You guys taking it to baseball was the perfect Paul Blart moment. Segue.
Oh, yeah, I just sat here. It was fantastic.
The NL East agree or disagree? Last question, as always. The NL East standings will finish the way they are today. Agree or disagree?
No, disagree. I think Washington's going to win it, and I think the Phillies are going to finish second.
Yeah,
and right now, I think it's Atlanta, Washington, Phillies. I think it's going to flip. I think it's going to be Washington, Phillies, Atlanta. Mets have too many injuries. I just don't see them coming back from.
No, yeah.
I agree with you,
They're
Wilson.
not even in discussion.
I agree.
Is that right? Is that right?
Kills Pove, but they're not even in discussion.
Yeah,
that's how.
sorry.
Listen, that's how we're gonna wrap it.
They're sinking like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've sunk.
Yeah,
Thor just went on the DL.
DeGrom's still phenomenal, but
Yeah,
they're
Thor went on the DL. Yeah.
they can't hit. They got a bunch of 40-year-olds in their lineup.
They have 17 guys on the DL right now. They'll get healthier. They'll compete for a second wild card, but not the division.
My goodness gracious, this guy, good for him.
Hey, for another edition of Agree to Disagree. It's been fun. Thank you all for chiming in, tuning in, commenting in. We love you.
Fourth quarter.
For Tom Arnone, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, who lost 4-1, Rob Pove on the
Look at
ones
this
and
guy.
twos.
Trying to get it in.
We'll see you next Sunday. We out.
Like Cleveland in 16. 3-1 comeback.